Is this how really disrespecting MLK? The Obamas having problems. Rihanna got to bail out ASAP Rocky again. Man, it's all going down here tonight. Tales from the crib. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. While you at it, hit that notification bell. Matter of fact, hit that like button because Diddy running the jail cell and we got the T, man. But hey, man, it's your boy Jesse J, Philly Supreme 305 with my co-host
Chico Grande, Chico 2 times. What is up, Crib Crew? What's up? We are back with another episode, and what do you have us here? Where did I put us? Is this the Diddy dungeon?
I mean, it's never Neverland because you're never going home.
Sun don't shine here.
Oh, man, that's what... I don't even want to say what I was going to say. That was disrespectful.
On happy... Oh, I don't know. I think episode we last said it was before your birthday, but happy birthday, co-host. Hey. This is what you get for your birthday.
The Diddy hole?
One trip, a one-way ticket to the Diddy hole.
Disrespectful. I've been eating my vegetables. I've been paying attention in school. I've been writing down my notes.
You're going to eat more than vegetables.
Hey, man, it's Tales from the Crib, man. Episode 190. Ooh. But, man, thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for watching the episode. Horrible. Thank y'all for watching the episodes. Thank y'all for always tuning in and hitting the like button. We wouldn't be here without y'all.
And we're here every damn Wednesday.
Hey, shout out my dog Gustavo Birds, man, making the hits.
After hits. But want to talk about unsolicited hits?
Oh, my God. Hey, man, it was solicited.
Or was it?
That's what they said happened in the video.
So, you want me to go ahead and... Okay, let's see. Let's start off. How did this make number one? You're trying to get us banned. You're trying to make this a Patreon episode, even though we don't have a Patreon for this channel. What are you trying to do to me, Coase?
Hey, I mean, before you put on your clothes, you got to put on baby oil, right?
Yeah, like it puts the lotion on the skin.
Okay, exactly.
But it looks like Diddy says the nine freak off tapes. I bet you there's way more than 9. There has to be way more than 9.
I know I got 9 in my phone right now, so I know he got more than 9. He been doing it for years.
No comment. So submit that to the feds, or this says submitted to the feds. You might be part of the RICO, co-host. I need to start distancing myself from you. Show them having consensual relations where she was the dominant one. So Diddy was the peg on the pegboard.
You read my notes? That's what I put right here. This guy read my notes. Oh, man.
This man tried to pre-write jokes. What is he talking about? This little Wayne.
Nah. But I don't know. I mean, is that what I mean? That since they're saying that she was the dominant one in the videos, does that mean that she was bending him over?
Exactly. That would be the dominant one.
I mean, you heard the White House.
You sound like you're peanut butter and jealous.
Disgusting. Nah.
No other celebs, no underground tunnels, no minors. Diddy said it's all consensual and consensual. But he said the videos will prove our innocence. The freak offs, the baby oil, the cameras. It's all gonna prove I'm innocent.
I mean, I'm just saying, right?
It?
No, of course I believe it. My man's is innocence. They out here, the feds is out here spreading lies. They mad because Diddy out here running a jail cell. They mad because every time.
That's not what the topic is. We're not talking about him running the jail cell.
I'm telling you why.
If he was running the party outside, he's running the party inside. You know what's going on.
Exactly.
He's running Showerville. But we're talking about what happened on the outside. Do you think that these tapes will acquit him and it's going to look like it's just a consensual fun party? Or yes. Do you think
I'm telling
Go ahead.
I'm telling you right now, yes, the evidence my man's Diddy has is true. He's gonna be found innocent, not guilty. Only reason these lies are coming out, only reason that Cassie edited video come out with Diddy coming out on a towel doing unthinkable is because they heavily edited the video. They snip cutting up.
It's not AI. It's not edited.
I mean,
who says it's edited?
Diddy team is saying it's heavily edited.
But I thought they were the one that want the tape to come out.
No, I mean they want the tapes to come out so they can show the real truth because the feds and everybody they're trying to paint him as a bad person. They're saying, "Oh, Diddy's out here doing this." You see, like they're saying Diddy's out here doing this. He's doing that.
He's little Epstein Jr. basically.
Exactly, and say, "Oh, well, exactly." You seen the first video. You seen the other video with Cassie. So I mean, we have to be telling the truth. That's how they basically trying to do it. But you know, Diddy out saying they lying. They mad because I'm running in a jail cell. As soon as I wake up, they bringing me my breakfast in bed. They cleaning up my jail cell. They let me use the phone call.
I bet he's worse than Queen Lil J.
Exactly.
in the jail cell.
I mean, he's
How
having
many Glock dookies do you think he got
disgusting. You know, did you see the videos that's going around of him like riding a little dirt bike around the
in
jail
jail?
cell? In the jail cell.
He got a miniature dirt bike.
They have dogs and make hibachi in jail. What are you talking about? I know you've seen those videos.
I seen like dogs before, but I felt like that was like old. I didn't see any modern pictures with dogs.
And he was broke. They probably had a public defender. This Diddy. Come on now. You know he got everything in that. He probably eating steak and lobster, roof Chris.
They be doing the most.
They doing the most. I mean, they saying he paying people money, giving people money like $1,000. Imagine it's
on their books.
Exactly. Like imagine
you protect me. I'm gonna put $1,000 on your books every month, and that's nothing to him.
Exactly. You know he in a big boy area. So like everybody in there probably did something like a crimp, like had a gun or
the
they
bad
selling
boys in the big boy area.
Horrible.
Is that what you're telling me?
Exactly. Probably had the guns, or they probably had the drugs. So you know they need lawyer money. They need money to feed their family. So of course I'm gonna let Diddy take these 15 minutes and he gonna give me a band.
Can you imagine he's smoking butt tree?
Oh, that's Shaba. He's smoking that Shaba.
Shaba ranks. Shaba ranks.
That's disgusting. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
if you were locked down and you wanted some Shaba ranks.
Nah, you never smoke the stuff. That's how the people go crazy. That's that special K. You definitely don't want to smoke none of the special K in jail. Trust me.
No, like real tree, but you know how they brought it in through the balloons.
Boofed it? Oh, they boofed it.
And the Badussi.
They boofed it. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how they always bring the stuff in.
Extra pocket.
I mean, that's not always. A lot of times they bring the stuff in that way.
Hey, could you imagine? Oh, my phone's over here. But can you imagine them bringing in a phone?
See, nah.
But they wrap it in plastic.
Of course.
But I bet it still stank, don't it?
That's hard. But no, I mean, what they normally do is they like to see, like the CEO would bring it. That's how you always see CEOs get fired and get in trouble for like messing with the inmates or like
CEOs be ready to risk it. Man.
Of course, I mean, but they taxing you like they not charging like for a regular Samsung phone.
Can you imagine Diddy would be like this? He's like, I want the iPhone with the battery bank.
That's gonna be like I want $20,000.
Could you for $20,000 you fit in this ghost?
You know,
bada bang.
Hard. I mean,
Shaba ranks.
Most likely they can put it in his lunchbox. The guard can put it in his lunchbox and take it to him. Drop it in his cell. But at the same time, they
I thought like guards call it their lunchbox.
Horrible, disgusting. Like, but I mean,
hey,
they are raiding the cell in there. They are randomly raiding the cell and all that stuff. So I don't really know how long that's gonna last. But I mean, the court date is coming up soon. They're saying the court date happening in May. Do you think they gonna push it back? They had enough evidence, or they
push back the court date?
Push back the court date.
It seems, I don't know what's up with the court system lately, but it seems like any time that there is a major case, whether it's Dirk or any celebrity or Young Thug, it's taking these cases like 3, 4, like 5 years. Like sometimes the quick cases are like 2 years plus, but it's usually like 3 plus.
Exactly. I mean,
and it's like that's a big chunk of your life. And to lose fighting a case, and it's so crazy because it's like if you're accused of a heinous crime, they got to keep you locked up during that time period. But it's like, man, anyone can accuse you of anything and you lose years of your life.
Pretty much, they gonna lock you up and you have to wait till you get found innocent later.
Yeah,
that's just.
I mean, because they ain't letting people out.
They definitely not, especially like Dirk or Diddy. They not letting none of those two out. You see, they didn't let Young Thug out at all. There's like he's a menace to society.
But they let that one rapper that paints his nails.
But true that. But it's funny. I feel like they also gonna push the court date back because of the whole Jay-Z situation. Because remember earlier we talked about it.
Oh, Jay-Z might be a part of this kind of
he beat
Diddy Rico.
He beat the allegation
already.
Yeah, like he demanded like, oh yeah, show your face, who you are, and then on top
that's just blaming the victim.
No,
he was victim blaming.
And then on top of that, the alleged dad that picked her up from the alleged Diddy party said it never happened. He never picked her up.
So she stayed there the whole night?
So I mean, they're saying like it never happened. That's why they dropped the case. So that's what I feel like.
Did they drop the whole case?
On
or
him?
just the part on Jay-Z?
On Jay-Z. So if you dropped it on Jay-Z, I mean,
we have to see if that's real.
I'm telling
Comment down below. Super thanks down below.
If it was still going on, Jay-Z, because as soon as it happened, Jay-Z was crying about it every day. Every day you see something new, he's like him and his lawyer trying to force something to happen. So I feel like if Jay-Z can beat that, Diddy can probably beat some of these allegations. I mean, he already said the Cassie thing's consensual.
It's not beating public opinion. They got video of him beating her up.
Who care about public opinion when you got money? They seen Tupac beating somebody up. They still love Tupac. They still love Mike Tyson.
It's because he shot cops.
They love Mike Tyson. What about him?
He's a born again Christian, and you got to respect that he was forgiven.
They love Boston Richie.
No, they don't. No, they don't. We don't forgive rats.
Disrespectful.
Unforgivable.
Nah, but honestly, I feel like what's gonna happen is like McColl's just said, court cases like this will be taking like 2, 3, 4, or 5 years to get done. And I feel like as soon as this case gets done, like in year 3, Donald Trump is finna end his term, and before he ends,
He's gonna pardon Diddy.
He's gonna pardon Diddy.
He's like, I was at them parties.
You know he was at them parties. He was with Snoop Dogg.
You know what's weird is Biden was like pardoning his whole family when he left.
Exactly.
But it's like only his son was doing shady stuff. So it's like, was it just his son, or did the whole family know about the son and the dad's shady stuff? So none of them could get caught up. He pardoned them.
I thought it was
so they can't be arrested.
I thought they had traffic tickets. I thought only Hunter Biden was the one that was going all crazy with
Yeah, no, but he pardoned his whole family,
I heard
and it's
that
like,
too.
why would you pardon your whole family?
Hey.
If they didn't do anything, it's a little suspicious.
It is. I mean, that is very suspicious. I mean, it has to be looked into. And you see, remember last time when Donald Trump left, he did pardon. He pardoned Kodak and Lil Wayne,
and he brought TikTok back.
And we're gonna talk about that later.
I was telling my sister, I was like, he's getting like the youth vote now. Like he freed Kodak, he freed Jello Ball, he brought back TikTok. He made Jello Ball swerve around that corner where he would have been caught overseas.
Exactly. We would never got that hit.
We would never got that hit.
I mean,
he's killing it way more than he used to when it comes to him in the eyes of the youth.
So you saying
he looks way cooler now than he did back then.
So you saying you wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump pardoned him at the end? Would it
Did
be?
he?
No,
no. I mean, I don't really think he's gonna pardon Diddy.
You know he don't like the government.
I don't like Diddy, so it's like I was team West Coast.
What? You a hater?
When it came to music, I'm from the East Coast, but when it came to music, I did love the West Coast music and that beef a lot more. Plus, I mean, technically, Tupac is from the East Coast, and so are the Outlaws. They're all from New Jersey, so it's funny how they were all West Side baby when they were literally all from New York and New Jersey. I mean, Tupac and the Outlaws.
Everybody knows Biggie Smalls is better than Tupac, but we gonna.
No one knows that. The record sales don't show that. He way outsold him, and he did movies. He's a multi-talented star.
Oh my God!
Because he had the talent.
Who? Biggie had the better rapper talent?
No.
Yes.
If Biggie would have been in movies, he would have been the original.
Oompa Loompa?
No.
Michelin Man?
No. What's the big girl?
Precious.
Precious.
You disrespectful. You going to hell?
He would have been the OG Precious.
You going to hell?
But it would have been a boy movie, so they would have called him Pressure.
Slander him in the chat.
Comment down below. Do we need a Pressure movie instead of a Precious?
Precious. Comment down on my course how disrespectful he is, and also comment down how you feel about this whole Diddy situation. Do you feel like
I'm gonna make an AI Pressure movie?
Horrible. Him saying that this whole he has 9 tapes showing that everything was consensual is enough information to get my man's Diddy free, man. We need Diddy in these streets.
We don't.
The parties ain't the same. Everybody's scared.
This is why our last episode got shadow banned, because they saw too much Diddy love. And they're like, we can't allow these guys to get views.
I told you it was my
The shadow ban our last episode. Exactly. It's those type of words exactly. Wait, I do have the mute right here. I might have to keep my finger right next to this.
Disrespectfully. Nah, but you know who you need to mute this next person, this next artist right here, because he can't take an L.
I'm surprised he didn't have a Diddy video.
He probably do. He probably does.
I'm surprised you didn't find one.
Oh no! Oh, this no. There's nothing to say. He in jail. I should have put the video. Hit him on a dirt bike. That's what I should have did.
Yeah, if they had a video of that, I would have wanted to see it.
You never
Everyone
seen
put
it?
tomatoes. If you're on TFTC clips, tomatoes in the comment section. If you're watching this live,
I posted on my
the
story.
premiere, tomatoes in the chat.
I posted on my story on Instagram.
If you really love us, super thanks down below.
Oh Lord.
On the clips or on the show.
Speaking of super things, man, we need to tell Drake.
Super spanks.
We need to tell Drake out here, man. He need to learn how to take an L. It's not looking.
He ain't taking it. He's pushing back.
He's pushing back. It looks like he dropped his first case. He dropped his first lawsuit. Now
do another one.
Now he doing another one strictly at UMG, Universal Music Group. He's suing him for defamation. And I mean, it's just not looking good. He beat Drake, but he lost to Pusha T. He lost to Kendrick Lamar. He lost to Common.
He beat Drake. He beat himself.
Oh, that's horrible.
He beat Meek Millie. That's who he destroyed.
That's the only person he beat. I mean, that's the only person.
And J. Cole.
He never beat J. Cole. Horrible. But I mean, that's the only person he beat.
J. Cole's scary.
He gonna make a song, but I mean, right here we got
Drake's lawsuit claims UMG allowed creators like Kai, Sinat, and RDC Gaming to promote and monetize reactions to Not Like Us without enforcing copyright. So that was actually a true thing, that a lot of the reactors to the Not Like Us were allowed to monetize their video, because sometimes it's like 50-50, some do, some don't, and then some share revenue. So it's like one of three things when, because we do music reactions.
exactly,
And
keep going.
well, I was gonna say that Kendrick allowed them to do it, but I saw one of the other reactors that's kind of part of this like group of people. Where you might see them with them. I forget what his name was.
Shaq.
No, I would have to look. But said that he was actually talking trash about Kendrick, and then his got a copyright strike, so he couldn't monetize it. So it's like, you're not gonna make money off a video slandering me.
That's
so I've
crazy.
heard that's a thing with Kendrick. So if you're a big enough channel, and he likes what you say, he's gonna let you monetize. And if you trash talk him, he's gonna be like, "Nah, son."
Exactly, and that's what Drake's out here saying, man. He's suing UMG for defamation because normally, regular especially Universal Music Group doesn't whitelist songs where it lets you make all the money from the video, especially from a Kendrick Lamar video, a Drake video. You play a Taylor Swift video, that video may not even come out until like 2-3 months later.
Well, it's like they'll block it, and then it's like awaiting approval, and then you're like a month later before they finally approve it, and it's like way after it's come out. So it's like all the attention about it died down. So it's like, I don't want to release this like a month and a half later.
Exactly. So I mean,
but one thing I did want to ask you about is it says UMG allowed creators. Does that mean like Kai and RDC are allowed to use Universal Music Group's music in their streams?
no, only Kendrick Lamar's, and that's the problem. And that's why Drake say he's trying to sue him, because you don't allow this for anybody else. You can't play you play a Bad Bunny song right now, they finna copy.
Oh yeah, no, okay. It said just UMG, so it's just saying the label. When it's Kendrick. I was reading it wrong at first, because that would be cool if you were like a creator and you had like a deal with a record company, and then when you did streams and stuff, like you could make money off of it because you have a partnership with them. Like they wouldn't copyright your stuff or flag it.
I mean, we gonna play the video right here. You can hear what Kai Sinat say about this, and a couple other streamers say about this whole lawsuit situation. How they surprised their name was in this lawsuit.
Streamer Kai Sinat posted a 20-minute video of his reaction to the recording on his YouTube channel, which has 11.6 million subscribers. The video's thumbnail depicts the image. As of the date of this filing, the video has over 9 million views. You're getting sued. Wait, why am I in this? Wait, hold on, I gotta be, what the I'm getting sued? I was told to stay on stream. This cat, bruh. Oh, I'm good. All right. Mike, you're not getting sued. Okay, so explain to me if I'm right on this. Okay, is he just using? So he's just using us as examples of like spreading misinformation type. I mean, if I'm not getting sued, he's saying UMG slid you some bread. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't that week? I ain't gonna lie, chat. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, chat. Both ways ain't crazy, gang. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wasn't even complaining on my monetized. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. How much views we got on that? 5 million? I don't believe it. Hold on. Consonant, Not Like Us. Goddamn!
Get or sue for if we did a counter suit for emotional distress.
Yeah, I mean, you have to prove that it hurt your business and how it's affected you personally. Maybe you guys are losing brand deals and stuff now. Maybe you guys are, the threats and stuff caused you guys sleepless nights. And,
shit, I couldn't sleep last night.
Couldn't sleep last night.
You might
I usually take naps during the day. I couldn't do it today. I went to the gym. You know me, I like working out. I went to the gym. I only did one set.
Yep. No, all that stuff matters. All that stuff matters. So, I mean, it could be worth a lot of money.
Another streamer shows proof that and exceptions from the Drake lawsuit. So it looks like here, basically, like Casanaz said, they're using all the streamers as examples of people that used the Not Like Us song that spread the lies about Drake, because the whole thing that Drake's mad about, and it's always something, it's always like one line that Drake's mad about. He said Pusha T went too far when he started talking about 40 and his disease, and then now he's talking about.
I mean, this kind of is messed up for making.
It's a rap battle.
It's a handicapped friend.
You seen the rap battles? You seen the street battles, the Smack DVDs? They talk about everything.
They usually say spare the handicap.
Nah.
I mean, you see how many times I spare you.
Horrible, disrespectful. You disrespect. But nah, you see. So you see, you haven't forget what I said. So you see, that's what he's really mad about. He's mad about the whole P word, him being called a P, and you see how the easy.
P-file.
You see how they're saying here how easy it is to take for defamation. Like, oh yeah, if your everyday
emotional
distress, and all this other stuff,
headaches.
So so I don't know how Drake's gonna prove that he's basically not making as much money as before. This causes emotional distress, but I do get where he's coming from. Where I feel like he thinks the record label is trying to take him out of the game, because Drake's been rapping for. I mean, how long? When did Drake
Since
first
I've
start?
been in middle school was when he came out.
Exactly.
To be honest, that's when I first started hearing about him. When like all the girls
So Far Gone and all
were
that
about
stuff.
him. Yeah.
So I mean, he's been rapping for
I graduated high school like 09,
so he's been rapping that long.
03,
so and I don't think any rapper's ever lasted at the top for that long. I mean, you think about it, Tupac, he passed away, R.I.P. DMX, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Eminem, Nelly, all those rappers, none of them never really like lasted this long. So I think it's really the record label trying to take Drake out.
kick him off his throne.
Because the only way he's gonna do it. I mean,
we've seen that, like, as much as people like to slander him or joke him on the internet, that he is, like, I think the past 3-4 months in a row the number one rapper on, like, Spotify, most streamed. I mean, so it's not affecting his numbers.
I mean, but he's saying it is. So he's saying it is. You see. What
I think what he's saying is that when it comes to this, it's affecting his public image. Because there's basically, it's like, this dude has a song that's a hit that he's getting nominated for a Grammy for, since it's such a hit and such like a part of time, that like he's suing him because he's calling him a P-file. And it's like Drake has a whole image, like he's a brand.
True.
Like OVO, Drake, that's a whole brand. He's not signed to like little piddly deals. He's like signed to like Nike and Jordan brand. Mm-hmm. And he does like all kinds of stuff, with major companies, and he has tours and stuff. So if a hit is made about him, calling him a P-file, that could 100% direct it, affect his deals. It hasn't, because people don't believe it and they know it's just beef and he's talking crazy. But like, could you imagine if like Nike or another one of his big brands, or he has like the OVO gym with the Toronto Raptors and OVO Fest and like all kinds of other partner deals. Like, what if he started losing deals because of these allegations that aren't true? So I think his companies maybe even wanted him sued more than he did, because it may be affecting the brand. Like, oh, I don't want to wear like a P-file hoodie. You know what I'm saying?
True. He probably had some clothing deal, something coming out, and that stopped that. I did read in the lawsuit that he said he had to pull his son out of school early because I guess he was getting picked on about this as soon as the song came out. So he took his son out of school for that.
Switch him homeschool.
Exactly. Yeah. You think he's switching to homeschool?
For a minute, maybe.
You can't do. I mean, you maybe
everyone knows who he is. His son is in the video now. It's like they're not gonna not know who he is.
But it can't be worse than the Kardashians. His mom got a whole S tape out, and they go to school. All of them kids have to go to regular school. I mean, regular private school. They ain't homeschool. So I remember you see that she said she was having problems with it. Like, she talks to the teachers and everybody.
It was funny. I saw an episode of the Kardashians where she was like crying about that, and because it was like brought up at school, and then like one of the kids was like playing Roblox, and there was like a sign that said was like, follow me to get a link for like Kim K tape.
Dang.
And they're like, what tape are they talking about? Mom, you didn't tell me you had a partnership with Roblox. I want to see what it is. And she's
true.
Like, no.
I mean, yeah, true that. And then they'll talk about Drake with all those Drake with all those other people. Drake. I mean, by you saying that, I mean that just basically means that Drake shouldn't get in any battles. Like you shouldn't battle with anybody because everybody looks like the way to beat Drake
No,
is just
it's
throw a low
one thing.
blow.
It's one thing to be like, oh, you're a scrub or this or that, or you have like a secret child. Like that's one thing. That's just beef. It's not gonna get you fired.
Oh,
Like even if you think about it like a corporate job. If someone says, "Oh, you have a child that you don't claim," your job's not gonna be like, "Oh, he has a child he doesn't claim. Oh, we're gonna fire him." But no, if someone says, "Hey, I heard you got a report that you like doing nasty stuff to underage people," and the job will be like, "Hey, whoa, what are they talking about here? We need to know about that." There's a difference.
Okay. I mean,
Because one of them is like a federal crime. The other one is just saying you don't like someone or that they're hiding information. But one of them is actually like a federal crime, or a real, of course it's a really bad crime.
I mean, but okay. So imagine,
So like even Drake saying like you're not loyal to your wife, and like this and that.
but
That's different than saying like, oh, you break the law in this way. Like that's the ultimate way to break the law. Like people that go to jail get messed up by other people that go to jail because that's how unforgivable that is. They don't let that slide in jail. If they find out that you're a part of that in any way, you get taken care of.
this is rap battle. You can't make rules up in the
No, but I mean,
in the
even
beef.
think about Tupac, who had the greatest, "Hit 'Em Up" is the greatest diss song that's ever been made. And he's like, F your girl and the clique you claim. And then, and he like goes on and, that's why you F'd your B and all this stuff. But it's like none of that stuff would get Biggie out of endorsement deals. We're talking about how Diddy was like trying to be too much all up in the video.
I mean,
He's just
gonna stir out
dissing all over the spot, but he never said, I heard you, kidnap women. He never said that,
True. That's true. And like when you do talk about like cannabis and the LL Cool J, like Mama say knock you out. I'm
gonna beat you up, or I'm literally gonna murk you. But people in Chicago say they will literally take your life, but they don't say, I heard you are diddle things. You know what I'm saying?
True. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like when Soulja Boy was beefing with the Migos and Quavo, how he says he's gonna put up with the Draco.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing to say like, oh yeah, you want to go to war, we'll go to war. That's even that's crazy in one aspect to just say that out in public, but to just say that about someone.
Or like
I heard this.
Or like with Jay-Z and Nas and like Super Ugly and Ether, how they were just basically talking about you like how Jay-Z looked like a camel with a big nose. So I mean, I
knew it. I knew everyone knew he looked like a camel.
Hard.
Just little camel children.
I mean, I understand what you talk about. How like it's just like certain levels, and you can't say things like that because that's like unforgivable and like that's just basis of brand deals. But at the same time, I still feel like it's rap. Like you shouldn't.
Yeah, Kendrick could literally say like, I can rap, I can out rap you, I can out hoop you. I'm really the culture. You're a colonizer. He could say all that stuff. And diss him. You were hiding a child. Pusha T owned you in a diss, and now I'm owning you. You got a losing record in rap beefs. You trash.
Future helps you and all that stuff.
All you do
is for your lingo.
Is find a new artist and steal their flow for a mixtape or a few songs, and then move on to the next artist. You're always stealing flows. I mean, he could literally say, "Oh, you have ghostwriters. What happened to what was his name? Quentin Miller."
Quentin Miller, yeah.
He could literally. There's so many things you could tack on Drake. But to say like, I heard you like him young,
and then
for A minor.
Oh, true that. But I mean, it is kind of funny how Kendrick Lamar and UMG, Kendrick Lamar and Drake are on the same label, and Universal actually pushed this. Like, why would you whitelist this for everybody to promote to kill your top artist? That's what they like. I feel like they're trying to take him out.
I feel like that they were pushing it, but I think they weren't pushing it to kill the artists. I think they're just pushing it and making money. That if Drake had a fire diss song, they would have pushed that too. So I think they're just pushing their artists that have that are doing well. If if that snowball is already going, you give it a little extra nudge. You might get a gigantic
True.
Flow. You know how that goes.
Definitely understand. But y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole Drake suing Drake going to the top suing UMG. He no longer suing Kendrick Lamar. He bringing in all the streamers in it.
No, to be honest, I'm not like a Drake super fan or anything. Like I didn't even listen to him in his early years. I thought he was like made music for girls, and that's what like the girls mainly like.
Oh Lord, Drake was fire.
Like the R&B rap, like he's like an OG Johnny Cinco. But like, once he got like older, like that's when I started getting into him because he did a little more like rap stuff. But then like I was more into chill songs instead of all hype songs. So then I got more into even in some of his slower songs.
You mean like Hotline Bling?
Yeah,
Exactly.
doing that Hotline Bling.
Oh Lord, come exactly. Or Marvin's Room? You probably don't even know about Marvin.
No, I do know about Marvin's Room, but I'm just saying like but he ain't like my favorite artist or nothing. But Kendrick was cool, but I'm the opposite with Kendrick. I like Kendrick's early stuff, but really anything he's done for like the past 8 years, I really haven't cared for, to be honest, to be 100%. Any of the music really, I maybe liked like 3 songs. So, I mean, I don't know. And I felt like he just took forever to drop music. Like Good Kid, Mad City, he literally toured off that album for like 7 years.
Because he got talent. It's art. I mean, you don't got it when you making music that's not this popcorn music like everybody else. You can let it sit for a little bit. And it looks like that's everybody on this whole record label.
I went to concert because either a girl I was dating into him, a friend wanted to see him, or like somebody else I was cool with had an extra ticket. Like I saw him 3 times in like 5 years, and he performed like the same 15, 20 songs like every single time. He did not switch stuff up.
You a hater, but nah. If you went to a Kendrick Lamar concert, comment down below. Let me know your experience. Let me know your experience at a Drake concert. Let me know which one was better.
Gave a better show. I seen Schoolboy Q live.
Oh, Schoolboy Q was fire.
That shit was crazy.
No cap. But speaking of no cap, man, it looks like here one of y'all favorite artists is getting in trouble for a gun. So it looks like here.
Speaking of Drake ops, is this one of Drake's fragile ops?
It actually is. It says A$AP Rocky has turned down a plea deal at the start of his firearms charge in Los Angeles. He said I respectfully decline. Prosecutors offered him 3 years probation, a 7-year suspended sentence, and 180 days
in jail.
Days in jail.
That's crazy.
Half a year, 6 months. But I mean, it is crazy. It is very crazy. But I mean, this is a very serious offense. They're saying
it was in L.A. I'm sorry. I know he's out of New York. Mm-hmm. I thought it was in New York. I know it was with his New York homie, but it was in L.A.
Yeah, I think it was in L.A.
Did L.A. have the same gun laws like New York or like Texas? Like I don't know. Are they strict, or do you have to have a license? Can you open carry?
No, you can. It's not as strict as New York. It's not as strict as New York, but I mean, I don't know if they have a stand your ground law in California. Comment down below if you know.
I'll look it up once we play the clip.
He'll look it. I mean, it's a short clip. He'll look it up. But like I was saying, I mean, this is a horrible situation. The reason why this happened is because A$AP Josh passed away, and it looks like A$AP Rail and A$AP Rocky basically had a disagreement of how his body was going to be transported. A$AP Rail felt like A$AP Rocky was not doing it right. It looks like A$AP Rocky got mad. He's a legend that A$AP Rocky walked up on him, grabbed him, beat him up, actually pulled out a weapon on him, shot at him a couple of times, and then also grazed him in the knuckle. I mean, this is crazy. This is a crazy offense. That's why they're saying that if he is found guilty, he may get 24 years.
24?
Yes.
Okay, wait. What was the offense? Sorry, I was reading.
He said it's 2 offense. He had 2 charges. 2 charges. One is assault and one is assault with a semi-automatic firearm.
Oh, so assault, so just like punching him and then shooting a gun? Yeah,
because remember he said he roughed him up. He grabbed. They said they have a video. So allegedly we're going to play the video here. This is real short. You can play it.
Do you recognize what is depicted in these 3 photographs?
Yes.
And what is that?
That's the angle of the video, stills from the video on Argyle, just north of Selma. That was taken from the adjacent parking. And that captures video of somebody holding a gun. His left appears to be running it.
Okay. From your investigation, were you able to identify who that person is?
Yes.
Who is that?
Rakeem Myers.
Okay.
So exactly. So Rakeem Myers is ASAP Rocky. So like I said, they said 24 years. They offered this man 3 years probation. So if you do good 3 years, they'll suspend the rest, and also. And also, all you had to do was 6 months in jail. But it looks like he turned that down. He can take it to trial. They're trying to say it was a prop gun. It wasn't a real gun. But check this out. As I was doing my research on the story, the whole story sounds fishy. It really sounds like basically he's trying to get money out of the situation, because one, he's basically has this criminal charge against ASAP Rocky, who's taking him to court, and also he filed for civil suit. He's trying to sue for $20,000. But at the same time, saying he got shot and hit. He got shot and hit it in the knuckle. So I mean, that's basically like medical bills. I mean, that don't even make any sense. Why you even asking for that little of a money, if especially you feel like he beat you up, and also
you would think you'd
took
ask
your
for
life.
a lot more.
Exactly. So
On your life.
Yeah, so you think you asked for a lot more, and also a lot of ASAP Rocky and his lawyer saying this whole thing is all fishy because they don't really have any actual video evidence of ASAP Rocky. The people they have in the hood, the people they have in the video have on a hood. ASAP Rocky has on a hoodie allegedly. So basically, they're using like different videos from like different angles to piece together what's going on, but they can't find a video with ASAP Rocky with his hoodie off. So I mean, that's one problem. So that's crazy. Also, another thing to add on top of that, the dude said that ASAP shot at him 4 times. They said when the cops went there to check for shell cases and everything, they couldn't find anything.
They picked him up.
No, no. I mean, and then what happened? You said that ASAP Rocky didn't pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened is ASAP Rail came back an hour later and gave the shell casings to the cops.
He picked him up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So allegedly he gave it to the cops an hour later after the cops was already on the scene looking for it, couldn't find it. They couldn't find any showcase. They couldn't find anything that showed what
Snitching
happened.
immediately.
So I mean, so it doesn't make any sense. And on top of that, they say he didn't go. He got shot. He got shot in the hand. He didn't immediately go to the doctor. He waited like 2-3 days and then ended up flying into New York. Ended up getting a lawyer, and then that's what this whole thing just sounds all fishy. And that's what A$AP Rocky taking it to trial. So I mean,
yeah, I mean it does seem weird. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
crazy that they do have a guy on video like pushing him and shooting him, but who knows if it's ASAP Rocky? Everything's alleged at this moment. But you know, if someone's wearing a hoodie or a mask the whole time, and it's almost like that Luigi dude, but he literally pulled his mask down at a girl at Starbucks and they got him.
true.
I think his eyebrows is what gave him away, but you know, it's crazy that ASAP's being accused of this. But was there other people in the vicinity? Was ASAP by himself?
There's other people there, but it was like his people and their people. I mean, it's all the ASAP. It's all the ASAP there. But you already know how ASAP.
So no, was there more ASAP members there?
It was other ASAP members there. Like there's a light skinned dude right there. That's not ASAP Rocky. He had
So let me ask this: on the video, it looks like there's someone with a backwards hat and no mask. Can they, with the video, say that those are the other ASAP members?
you can say.
Can they confirm that?
They possibly can confirm that's the other ASAP.
So
members.
if it's all just ASAP members and they're saying he shot him and they can identify all the other ones but ASAP and he's the only one wearing a mask, they're going to say that's what a random guy that they don't know?
Could be.
They have all of them on film. So that means some of them are going to have to maybe talk, or they may be viewed as an accomplice.
Yeah, they could possibly.
Unless they just like lie and say that, oh, I didn't know that guy. He was just around. I thought he was his friend. They're like, oh, I thought he was his friend. And everyone just like says that they thought it was someone's friend and he was no one's friend.
True, and then basically nobody's cooperating, so they drop the case.
Yeah.
But then they dropped the case, but then he got the civil case, so not Dirk. But ASAP can beat the criminal case, but then you got the civil case, and he may
Like
lose
what
that.
happened to OJ?
Yeah, what happened to OJ?
What's weird is I don't understand, because in like some states it seems like, you know, they say like, oh, a civil lawsuit, like if you win that you don't go to jail, but you got to pay money. But it seems like in some states, like people just move their money around or move their money out of their name and then they never pay him. Because there's all kinds of stories where they like check in with a major suit, or like 50 Cent, who's lost like 7 to 10 lawsuits, and he has all these companies and all these ventures, but all these people that he's owed money to for over a decade have never been paid.
True.
So it's like some people find loopholes where they actually never pay people in civil suits, and I guess
some
it's
people
not enough to. I guess you can't get in trouble because you beat the regular case, so I guess they can't arrest you for it, right?
I mean, he can, I mean, if he beats the criminal, he's already on the he's
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you beat the criminal case and lose the civil case,
you can't get arrested.
Can you get arrested for not paying the bill for losing the civil case?
Nah, they're gonna just keep. I mean, eventually they
Put
gonna
in the
just
comment section down below. We're not law experts,
Uh,
and people. It's so funny. People's like, "How do you not know this? Now, how do you not know that?" On certain topics, it's like we're not freaking experts on the whole
Yeah,
world.
horrible. I mean, sometimes
We're not
they
super AI.
gonna garnish your. I mean, it's like the IRS. Eventually, they gonna garnish your wages. After a while,
Yeah, but their wages. That's where they get around it. 50
True.
cents gets compensated, and it goes to his company, and it never goes to him. So they can't garnish stuff because it goes to like 50 Cent Industries
Seize
instead
assets.
of what's 50 Cent's Curtis Jackson.
I mean, yeah, seize your assets. Like
Yeah.
I mean, he
Because
made things in Rihanna's name.
don't they say that with 50 Cent all the time? And it's like they always ask me about money, but it's like it's my friend's money. It's my
True.
friend's boat.
Yeah,
And like, but it's really his. But for some reason, he's allowed to not pay all these people he's lost major lawsuits to.
like Adrian
Like
Broner
Rick
does.
Ross's baby mama, he's still never paid her.
Yeah, he's never paid Rick Ross baby. It's a lot of people who never pay. Yeah, so
That's
I mean,
what I'm saying. It's crazy how like depending on the state, you can win these cases, and still it's just like they never get paid. And I guess it's not a bad enough offense that they can jail you for it because these people never go to jail. Because I guess they beat the real case. But I
True.
guess you can't go to jail for losing in a civil case and not paying. I guess that's not a jailable offense.
but then at the same time, it's kind of crazy because remember the whole P Diddy thing because his wasn't a criminal. His was I don't think it wasn't a criminal case. It was a civil case.
yeah,
And then I guess it was
they had an agreement.
then it
out
was
of court just to make her stop.
exactly then it was
Was
like,
it what? Wait, or was it? Was it gonna be? No, it never was, right? Because they just would have done the case.
yeah, they would have just done the case. Remember, she just wanted the money, and then,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he didn't want to pay the money. Then eventually paid it. He
Yeah.
paid like something that some people say like whatever number. So, but then it was
Was it
like,
like 80,000? Or I might remember completely wrong.
Shit,
Correct
in
me in
the
the
millions.
comments down below. Or
There's-
like 80 million.
I heard it was like 80 million, 80,000. I
It
don't
might
know.
have been 80 million.
Could have been.
Something with an 8. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, and then all those civil cases came out. Bam, it kept piling up, and eventually, like the feds like, oh, we're gonna pick it up, and then they charged them. But I don't.
Yeah.
But this situation right here, I don't think it's like that. I just really feel like, I mean, maybe A$AP Rocky did something to him. They got in a whole disagreement because you know how it is. Like when you the top rapper in the group, and like somebody passed away, they put all that pressure on you. Like you got to do this, you got to do that, and then as soon as you don't do it, then you got people like FPG Duck Mom out here coming like, oh yeah, FYBJ man was supposed to give everybody money that had that lost somebody doing the gun thing, and then like she was like, I got this many other kids, and you ain't give them money, you only gave these kids money, and like people just started acting loud.
She was mad because he probably gave her one check, but she's lost like a handful of children
Yeah,
to street violence. And she's like, I've lost like 7 children to street violence. You didn't give me 7 checks.
exactly.
She's trying to cash out on her dead children. That's disrespectful.
So it's like that, or like when somebody passed away, and then later on you find out like Dirk paid for like the whole funeral, but then the whole time, throughout the whole time,
I mean,
they
it's
talk
really
ish about
messy
him.
because when you're affiliated and you really know like people and like, oh, this is so and so's cousin,
Uh-huh.
and you can't literally help everyone or you're literally go poor. But I'm pretty sure you hear sad stories all the time like, oh, so and so, you remember so and so, you were good friends with him, his cousin got killed,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like they don't got no money for the funeral. Dirk, can you chip in? It's like someone's dying every week, dog. I can't be paying $20, $50, $100,000 for funerals like every week.
True, and on
Or
top,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's how like a lot of these rappers go broke. One, they have an entourage that is sometimes like anywhere from like 10 to like 20, sometimes crazy amounts that they're super successful, like 20 something deep,
Mm-hmm.
and then like their whole crew eats up all the money.
true, and you remember, yeah, true that. And on top of that, A$AP Rocky not really rapping like that anymore. Like you don't hear that many.
I mean, he got a billionaire baby mama. He's straight.
Nah, remember he came out.
If I got a billionaire woman pregnant, you will never even see me on YouTube ever again.
But didn't he come out with like some shoes?
No, I'd still be on YouTube. Huh? What?
Didn't he come out? A$AP Rocky came out with some shoes. Are they still selling those? And it was a copy of another skater shoe.
Yeah. He, the Osiris D3s.
Mm-hmm.
I think he released like a ripoff shoe with like Under Armour, because the guy that was one of the co-designers of the D3, he went to Under Armour as a worker,
Mm-hmm.
and so A$AP loved that shoe, so he basically made kind of like a rip-off D3, like an Under Armour D3 where it had like subtle changes, but you could tell what it was exactly what it was inspired by. But I think Osiris who made the original D3 might have sued him or something, but I don't know I don't think they were that successful. And then after that, people saw that like how much people love that shoe, that they started retroing the D3 and then the D3 2001. Because the D3, I think I came out like a couple years before that, and then they came out the second one. It's really the D3 too, but it came out the year 2001, and it was the D3 2001.
Exactly. So,
I have a pair of the retro. I love them.
So comment down below what year did Osiris things collab start to happen with ASAP Rocky drop?
Oh, that was like that was like 5 to 7 years ago, probably.
I mean, because this happened in 2021. This whole situation with him and ASAP Real. So I mean, if he was going through that whole lawsuit situation, like you said with the shoes, maybe he ain't got that money like that. He can't be spending.
That's why he got Rihanna pregnant. One to crap on Drake, and 2 to be like, I'm never gonna have to worry about money again.
Never have to rap again. Drop a whole other tape. Have Seth mad.
We're partying every day, Yams. We're partying every day.
Yeah, R.I.P. ASAP Yams. I don't think him and ASAP Fergie are chilling like that anymore.
Nah, they're not cool like that.
And then I remember ASAP Bari or ASAP Brass, whatever his name was, like he had that whole little crazy allegation with that girl, and then like they cut him off.
Look at him.
Now he's over getting jumped.
Bad stuff.
He's getting jumped around the parks in New York. I'm just telling you how the whole ASAP thing is falling off.
Crazy ever since what's his name died?
Well, Yams.
Yeah, Yams. Yeah, sorry, I just said it. Yeah, Yams. Ever since he passed away, right?
I mean, yeah,
things kind of went crazy.
Exactly.
I used to love ASAP Rocky and ASAP Bari. And like a lot of the ASAP crew.
Oh, they had that V Long, that clothing line everybody was wearing back in the day.
Yeah, I mean it's still it's semi-popular now, but yeah, it was really popular a few years ago. Like King Von was wearing that when he was popping.
See, exactly. So I mean, y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole ASAP Rocky situation. Do y'all feel like he's gonna beat the case? Because
what's your favorite ASAP Rocky song?
LSD, the whole LSD album.
LSD,
fire. That was, I didn't like that test. Either the testing one, I didn't really care for the testing album. It was a testing with like the yellow caution tape on.
No, it was okay. Was it Long Live ASAP? Was that his OG one?
Yeah.
With the like American flag in black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was always I always loved that one a lot.
Exactly, man. But respect to ASAP, man. Comment down below your favorite ASAP Rocky song. But moving on, speaking of something that's real Rocky, looks like here.
Oh my God. It sounds like it would happen to you.
Never that. So it looks like here a woman.
Be Tyler.
All right, but woman scammed out of $800K after believing she was dating Brad Pitt. This is the craziest story in the world. So,
want me to read it?
Yeah.
A woman scammed out of $800,000 by someone posing as Brad Pitt. A scammer sent her a DM on IG and convinced her with AI videos and edited images. AI is getting so good. It's getting to the point where it can conceive like people that know, but it's still like with these photos, it's clearly not there yet.
Facts.
And convinced her with AI videos and edited images. She divorced her husband thinking they would be together. She realized it was fake when Brad Pitt appeared on the news with a new girlfriend. The scammer convinced her that his bank account were frozen due to his divorce from Angelina Jolie and that he needed money for kidney surgery. I mean, I hope these are troll photos and not the AI photos, because AI is getting a whole lot better. Like some AI videos, like you damn near can't even tell. But these photos are absolutely terrible. I hope these are not the photos. But I could see some like 60-year-old woman falling for this.
How do you say you have cancer, but you're smiling like that in the middle?
Because he's thinking about his woman.
Oh Lord,
she brings light to his eyes.
But that's how crazy love is. She was going through it. I think either she was divorcing her husband anyway. She was going through the divorce, and that's how they ended up talking, because she was basically searching for love. I don't think that she actually fell in love with him. I don't think she was cheating, and then dumped
Brad Pitt.
her dude, not
her husband.
Her husband. I think it was the other way around. But I mean, whatever. But I mean, this is crazy. I looked this up. Did you know they said in 2022 over 70,000 people get scammed for basically like this? Over $1.3 billion is spent. People getting scammed, and a lot of it's never returned.
Oh yeah. I see it. If you've seen Dr. Phil, Dateline 2020. any of that stuff. You see people get scammed all the time, and it is like super crappy stuff, like an Indian prince, like wanted to, needs help with his kingdom, and they're like, I believe it. And I don't know. It's so crazy how old people get tricked, man. It's just like they did not grow up with technology at all. Especially people that like didn't get technology until they were like 50, 40, in their late 40s, 50s, 60 years old. They are so bad with technology.
And she's 53. And she was 53 years old.
This woman?
Yeah.
Dang, she's a little young. I mean, she should know better than that. I was thinking it was like a 67-year-old grandma that was like, oh, I love Brad Pitt.
Oh, nah.
And just thinking that Brad Pitt's older since he's been on TV screens since like he was like super young, but he's really not super old yet.
I mean, she said the way that she fell for it was that she said she was online, then Brad Pitt's mom hit her up first. And then the next day, Brad Pitt hit her up, started love bombing her, sending all these poems.
Why would the mom hit her up?
This is what she said.
This is what the dumb people say.
This is what she said. And then she said, she's like love bombing. She's like, I never had a man talk to me like that before. That's just how a man should talk. And I always say, man, if anything sounds too perfect and it's too good to be true, it's a man.
It is.
It's a man.
It sounds more like a personal problem, cause
no, I'm just letting you know how it is.
Sounds like
what
happened when you got too drunk on your Thailand trip, but we don't talk about that.
I mean, it's like somebody trying to sell you a pair of Jordans for $100. For $75, would you buy it?
No, I mean most of the time, no. Unless they were used, then I would, I'd be like, okay, maybe that's a good price if they're maybe a few years old and used, but hopefully they're in good enough condition where I would still want them. But I usually don't like to buy used shoes. You buy new, baby, or VNDS. Exactly,
but I mean, but remember they even made a whole TV show about this.
VNDS.
They made remember MTV? I think it was MTV Catfish.
Oh, that was the joke I was gonna say. Someone said on Catfish, they're like, people on Catfish used to be so dumb. Like how this 300-pound girl thinks she was dating Chris Brown. Like you ain't pulling no Chris Brown, shorty.
That's what they want to believe. I mean, that's what people want to believe. People live in Delulu land. They want to believe that Chris Brown talking to him, spitting all that game. They're the only one. And then she said, "Oh yeah,
you gotta have some game."
Horrible.
If you wanna lay it down with 9 and 10s.
But that's why I never understood. Like in whole Catfish, they'd be like, "Oh, I was talking to this person for like 6, 7 months, 2 years, and every time I FaceTime them and say pull up, they never show up."
Yeah. It's like they don't live in the same state or they're in another country, and they're like, "Oh, I can never pull up." And then it's like every time that they pull up, like, oh, their plane got turned around, or there was like a medical outbreak, or like someone comes up, and it's like they can't keep that up for years.
People do it.
That's crazy. Like you got to be done like after like a month.
I remember.
Less than that even if they ain't FaceTiming. It's crazy when they get fooled by someone and they like have never FaceTime them, because it's like we all have like cell phones now and they're super accessible. Like FaceTime to see like that's what they actually look like, because they can't fake, at least I mean maybe in the future they will, but like a live AI image of someone else.
True, but I mean I remember real talk. I remember back in 08, 09 when I was in college. I've never been. First off, I've never been catfished a day in my life. You got to FaceTime. If you're not FaceTiming me, I'm not pulling up.
You've never met a girl off of POF, off of pictures, and then pulled up on her and then be like, "That's not what you look like."
No, you gotta FaceTime me. Especially you talk about POF. That's recent.
Oh, we glitched in the Matrix.
Especially you talk about POF. That was recent. I mean, back when if you talk about
back like Twitter or whatever.
No, back in MySpace days. Back when you had the MySpace, so like 03, 04, 05. I think 07 is when I started. 07, 08 was when I started using Facebook. So around that time frame, I remember. I think it was like 05. At that time frame, I was in college, so I wasn't really on social media like that. I mean, if I did go on social media, I saw you at a club, or I saw you at a party or something like that. And then you know how Facebook works, it always shows you somebody that you may know. So that may happen. But besides that, I saw you. I mainly talked to girls in person back when I was in college. I didn't do all that online stuff, so me getting catfish never happened. But I had a homeboy.
Oh, because you would meet them and then get their get their media, like either their number or their Instagram or Twitter or whatever.
Instagram, yeah, no,
Twitter used to remember girls used to give out Twitters back in the day.
I remember that.
No, man, I was done with Facebook early on. Like I think Facebook came around like 04 or 05. I graduated 09, and by the time like going to college in like 09 010, like people were already done with Facebook because so many parents had got on it at that point that everyone like Instagram was brand new. I think Instagram came out like
around that time frame,
like 2011 or something like that. So it was like it was like right when I was in college that Instagram came out, and that's like everyone was on Instagram and Twitter. True. Like Twitter from like 2010 to 2015 was like the best platform, and I loved it so much. And Kevin Durant is still screw you till the day I die for getting my Poppin' account banished and permanently banned to where I had to buy a new phone because it was going off.
They banned your what, VPN?
It was an IP address or whatever it is.
They banned your IP address.
Yeah, because I'd make a new account and they would block it immediately. So I literally had to wait until I got a new phone to get back on Twitter. And by the time I got back on Twitter, I was like over it. And then I still don't really even try on X.
Because they're going to delete it again if you do too much. Wait, this sound like the same person. Spewing all this hate, but y'all comment down below how you feel about this whole situation. Do you feel like if you're getting catfish in 2025, it's shame on you?
Yeah, facts.
Because
especially now, because
Brad Pitt hitting you up saying that they're in love with you.
Well, so what do you think if Angelina Jolie hit you up?
Why would I believe that?
And like, my money's stuck because of my divorce with Brad Pitt. It's Felix Supreme 305. You're my only hope.
I'm living off the McDonald's app, baby. I don't know how can I help you out. That's what I tell
her. Hey, it
her.
was your birthday recently. You got some gift cards. You're good.
Shh. The fans listening.
McDoubles on you tonight.
Horrible. But, I mean, once again, y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole situation. But moving on to some technology, man. Looks like here Nintendo releases the first.
Bring this up.
Yep.
Nintendo
released the first trailer of the Nintendo 2 Switch. Now, we already talked to you about this, about the leak that happened a few months ago.
It's been leaked for like 2 months.
True that. I mean,
for real. Like people didn't believe it, and they're like, "Come on, man, we know we're making another one."
True. But now they finally released it. We got a trailer right here. We're gonna play the trailer, then we're gonna come back and let you know some most secrets that Nintendo not telling you.
Upgrade. I'm making it more matte black. Whoa, new buttons. Is that USB-C kickstand? Glorious kickstand. Built in. Better Joy-Cons.
Bigger Joy-Cons.
Bigger and blacker and uncut.
It snaps in now instead of a rail.
Yeah. People think that it's gonna break off. Because like on the inside, on the side of the screen, it's just like a prong sticking out. And I think that it might break off the prong if you're not taking that off correctly, the Joy-Cons. It's like kind of like the end of a lightning cable sticking out on the side. And that's what it prongs into, see?
Yeah.
That's going to break off. Exactly that part. That right there. You're going to break it.
I mean, it's not snapping it like that.
Yeah, snap it. Snap, crackle, pam.
Rice Krispies.
Hey, remix. We the best. You don't want to see me in Mario Kart, Coast.
You don't want to see it.
Look at that dock station.
The bigger dock station.
It
still didn't fix the problem where like it's gonna eventually mess the screen up, scratch it up.
You just got to get it one of those screen protectors like you do on your phone.
That sucks. And also look at that. Plays Nintendo's
backwards compatible.
Play
Switch 1 and 2 games, which is awesome. Of course, they got to include that.
But
that's the biggest reason. Like when I got an Xbox Series X that I didn't get a PS5, it's like because I got so many games that are like backwards compatible that I own on like the Xbox like my account.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't want to like jump to like a new thing where I don't have like any games.
True, that sucks. That
you
is
can't, you can't download any.
that is the one sucky part. I remember back in the day, like you had Nintendo, and then like the 64 came out, or like when the
The
Xbox
GameCube.
or like Xbox came out, like you had to get Halo, like you had like you
You
didn't
had to
have
get
to
that console.
You had to get that console, and then you didn't have any games for it, so you had to start buying games. So that does suck. So I mean, basically, you getting a head start is really good, and also when you do play it like on your Xbox, it does. If you play an old game like on your Xbox, it does update the graphics like that.
Oh yeah, enhance.
Yeah, it enhanced the graphics. So
Yeah, Xbox is the best for actually the best. Like out of Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo for backwards compatibility, because sometimes they'll do like remasters of games where they update like a few features in the graphics, but they've done enhance like for a long time. So if you had an Xbox One X, some of the Xbox One and Xbox 360 games would get enhanced graphics and faster frame rate, and it would look like way better. Like playing some of the older Star Wars games on the Xbox One X was great, and now on the Series X, it's even better. So playing like I got like original Xbox games that I play on the Series X game, on the Series X console, and it looks great. Like I just finished playing Bounty Hunter on the Series X, and the graphics look so good on that game, and that's a game from 2002.
So I think they had like games like Zelda. So I'm pretty like the.
Oh, what, Nintendo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo's got like Zelda, Mario Kart, Mario, Pokemon games,
A lot of those. Yeah, I bet
back in the day, Pikmin.
Oh, not Pikmin.
Pikmin was cool.
Yeah, Super Smash. I think Super Smash Brothers.
Smash Bros.
So I bet that looks a lot good with the updated graphics. But they're saying they haven't released the pricing for the new Nintendo Switch 2. A lot of people are saying that it should be around like $400 because every time they drop it, the prices they
go up from the
last console. Because I mean, they came out with the first one back in 2017. That was around $299. Then they came out with the Smart Light. Then they came out with the OLED version that was like $350.
Yeah. Nintendo's always been cheaper though. Like since the Nintendo 64. I think like the GameCube and the Wii were always cheaper than like the PlayStation and Xbox. So what they were offering at that time.
True.
And that's even true now. Like the Switch was cheaper than the Xbox One or the PS4.
I'm just so mad that PlayStation got out of the whole portable device. Well, how do you use a portable device?
Oh,
right?
the PS5. They have like the PS5 portable or whatever it is, and it looks like a controller with the screen in the middle.
Nah, it's
like their version of like a Nintendo Switch, but basically you're just like you're streaming from your console and like playing it on there. Which is funny is because like Xbox has had it for a while, where if you have the Xbox app on your phone, you can remote play your console. And you can take your controller with you and then Bluetooth it to your phone, and then you're literally playing your console off of Wi-Fi on your phone, so you could play any game. Like it's fun. Like you could play I could play like Skater XL on my phone.
True, but it's not the same as the PSP. Remember the PSP back in the
PSP was so ahead of its time. I would download music, movies,
it did everything.
Pictures, everything. You could go on the internet with that thing. Like you could buy movie discs and not even download them. Because you had like a memory stick. Like I love my PSP. Like I literally used it until the screen cracked.
Horrible. And then they, for some strange reason, they got out of the business.
Well, they did the PS Vita and like a PSP something else.
And then it stopped. Then it wasn't selling. Then they stopped selling.
Because like phones came out, smartphones.
True. And then, but you see,
what was your first console that you got as a gift that was like yours or your family's?
It was. I mean, I had Super Nintendo.
You had a Super Nintendo?
Super Nintendo was mine, and then I had I didn't have a Game Boy Color. I didn't have this old Game Boy, like the big thick white one with the like.
You had a Game Boy Pocket?
I had a Game Boy.
The black and white Game Boy Pocket?
I had a Game Boy Color. I probably had a Game Boy Pocket. I had a Game Boy, the SD. I think SD.
Oh, yeah.
And I had the foldable one. I had the one that's like the little foldable one.
Yeah.
I had that one too. There's like a little square. I had that one. I mean, I had all the Pokemon games, so I had all that. But then I stopped.
You had the DS.
Yeah, I had the DS.
And the DS Lite.
But now, I'm thinking about, do I need?
I didn't get those.
Now I'm thinking about.
I got emulators on my phone now for all that.
True. Now I'm thinking about, should I get a Stream Deck? Should I get back in the Nintendo Switch? Horrible, but you know what I mean. The Stream Deck that's like $450 that one of the.
Oh, the Elgato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like $450. I mean,
my first console was a Nintendo 64. My babysitter in elementary school, had Super Nintendo, so I played Super Nintendo all the time.
You
But
didn't
the
get a
first,
Sega?
But the first, no, and I had a cousin that had a Sega, not a Dreamcast. So what was one before?
Sega Saturn.
Sega Saturn, and I used to play Mortal Kombat on that. But my friend's dad, they had a Super Nintendo, and they had like every game for Super Nintendo. I had like 100 games.
That's
So
fire.
we got to play like
Killer
all the
Instinct,
games,
all
like
that.
Killer Instinct, like all of them. And so I really love the Super Nintendo, like Donkey Kong, all kinds of stuff. And the Nintendo 64 was the first console that I owned.
But would you get so?
And then I got the PS2.
Would you get a Switch?
I never got a Switch.
But would you get a Switch?
No.
Like right now, if you had the money for somebody, if you had a free $600,
And got the Switch too.
between the Switch, the Stream Deck, and between the Switch, the Stream Deck, would you waste the money? Would you buy either one of them?
I would probably get the Elgato. I forget we're forgetting the technical name for it, but yeah, so that way you could record your streams and like put it into OBS.
Yeah.
That's what the Elgato does.
That's something that the Nintendo Switch doesn't do. I don't think it lets you screen record and upload.
Oh no, what's nice is with Xbox is you can do Twitch and upload straight to Twitch.
What you mean?
That's what we do.
Oh,
On our
yeah.
gaming channel, we were playing on live on Twitch from our Xbox, and then
But the
it
Elgato
records
lets
it.
you do that too.
Well, it lets you like put it in this. So if you wanted to add like fancy stuff to like around your gameplay, like around the ring of it and all that stuff, you have that screen recorder. I forget what it's called, but the Elgato, and it lets you do that, and it lets you record, and then you can do it in OBS and add effects, where you can pull it on and off screen and stuff.
I mean that you might have to. You might
Throw yourself, and that's how Theory does it. He has like his PS5 connected to it, but he also has like a super advanced gaming PC where he has like all kinds of games on like Steam. So he records off of that, and then he records off his PS5 where he has like it hooked up to an Elgato.
in the Steam okay. You probably have.
Because you get a gaming PC, you can just record off a gaming PC.
So you're saying instead of spending your money on one of these portable devices or stream, they just get.
I don't really care about the portable devices because that's what I'm saying. Like with the Xbox, I can play it on my phone if I want. I got to bring a controller.
But what if you're traveling?
What do you mean?
Like if you're going out of town?
You can still bring your controller with you, and you're gonna have Wi-Fi at the hotel, or Wi-Fi at the person's house you're staying with.
But not Wi-Fi on the road.
I mean, you can actually still play while not on Wi-Fi, but sometimes like if it's a game that's super intuitive, like 2K, where you got to have connection the whole time, you maybe not want to do it.
See.
But if you're playing like a fun game, like a Skater XL or something, it'll like disconnect and then it'll reconnect in a second. But it might be tough. It might mess up here and there. Depending on where you're at, if you're more in a town area or rural.
True. I mean, I guess that's why a lot of people aren't really. I mean, a lot of people are buying these type of devices, but more people going towards the gaming computers because if you finna spend all that money, you can play everything. That's that's what kids are actually doing now. But I mean, I might still get in. I might still get a Nintendo because it's just that nostalgia feeling. Like if I want to play Pokemon, like I have to play
on Nintendo.
Like all the certain exclusive games. Like if I want to play Mario, Smash Brothers, if I definitely want to play Pokemon.
That's why I love having an emulator on my phone. I got an emulator where I can play like Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and like the DS games all on my phone.
Can you get the brand new Nintendo exclusive games?
No, I can't play Switch games on it. The emulator can't play Switch games, but it can play all the older consoles. Like I have all the older Pokemons on my phone. Like you saw like I beat was it Pokemon Fire Red for the Advance? That. Like I was playing that for a while.
And he stopped.
And you can download like a Pokemon skin where it literally looks like you're playing a Game Boy.
Well, true. Not true that. Comment down below how you feel about this whole Nintendo Switch.
Oh, they're final fact. They're finally in 1080p.
Which one?
Because I think it would get 1080p before when docked, but on the handheld mode it was only 720p. But now the handheld mode will be full 1080p HD, which is crazy though, because like playing Xbox or PlayStation, you're playing in 4K. But it's not like it's not mobile. You're playing at your house. Where the Switch is at your house, and 1080p on the road is pretty good.
I mean, it's great. I mean, that's basically like with your phones, given the majority of the time.
Most people watch HD, YouTube on their phone. That's why they say, like, I don't know if you've ever watched any YouTube help videos that, like, you don't really need to upload in 4K because, like, most of the time people watch on, like, Wi-Fi or when they're on the road or work or whatever on their phone.
True.
And most of the time they're using the most used HDs are 720 or 720p and 1080p HD.
Would you get a VR?
VRs are fun.
You get it before you get a VR before you get a Switch.
No, I'd get a Switch first
before a VR.
Yeah, because there's a handful. Like I love the Mario titles and the Pokemon, like you said. So I'd like to play those. And then they have Animal Crossing.
That's fine. Yeah,
my sister plays Animal Crossing on Switch 1, and that's pretty cool.
Oh, your sister got a Switch?
Yeah. She never got past like Nintendo 64. She could only play like a few Nintendo 64 games because she's like older. She's like you. She grew up in a time where games were more simple. So like she never could play like a PS2 game, but she could play like most of the Nintendo 64 games. So she's kind of like has always been on like the Nintendo kind of games that are that are like fun and more chill. She always doesn't want to be like Call of Duty where you're jumping sideways and shooting guns and all that stuff.
Extra stuff.
Yeah, all looking for enemies from every corner.
They still need to find a way for you to play. If they could find a way you could play Call of Duty, or what's that new?
What Call of Duty?
Any Call of Duty, Black Ops, any of those games. What's that new game
Modern
you got?
Warfare 2. Oh, Warhammer.
Or Warhammer on the
Space Marine 2.
They need those type of games on this Switch.
What's super funny is when like there's a handful of games that you would never think would get on the Switch, like Mortal Kombat. And there's a handful of other games that you're like, oh, what? Switch is getting that? I never thought that they would get that in like some old Star Wars games, but it's so funny because like since it's like 720p is like their match, their top HD or their top view, that like some of those games ported to Switch like don't look that good. Like you can see, I'll show you it on YouTube where it's like Mortal Kombat on PS5 or Xbox and Mortal Kombat on the Switch, and it looks like night and day. It looks like 480p and 1080p. Like
so you might as
it's
well,
that much of a difference.
So you might as well just get it on. You might as well get a actual system. Pay
they have to lower they have to lower the graphics because it's a portable hardware. It's not going to have the same firepower as a PS5 or a Xbox Series console.
Unless you plug it up to the whole docking station.
That's why even this they're getting an upgrade to 1080p. They're not even who knows when they'll be able to get 4K in a handheld. They have those. It's not what is it like those game decks? Have you seen it like the Alienware where it's like a handheld computer? It can run like a stream. It's like a Stream Deck handheld. Those are a few $100s, and they can play. I think they can play games on like 4K. Correct me if I'm wrong down below, but it's like a mini gaming PC. It's like literally a handheld gaming PC.
Comment down below what's the name of that. But I'm ready for the couch announcements, man. Let me know, co-host, what you been up to, how your week been.
It's been great. Lamar Jackson absolutely crapped the bed in the playoffs, so it's been hilarious to watch that and see that he's just a new age Tony Romo, basically. He's this regular season merchant, and it's nice to see him fall off his throne or his high horse, but who knows? He might still win that MVP.
He might win that MVP. And also, man, shout out my co-host for holding down the gaming channel, man. I think what you got like 2 or 3 videos. You got like 2.
I've dropped like 2 I've dropped 2 videos this past week. This is my third video this month. So I'm single-handedly holding down the gaming channel by myself. Just beat Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Finished the second half of the game on Xbox Series X. It looks absolutely great. So make sure you check that out on the Bounty Hunter playlist on TFTC Gaming. And going to be playing Space Marine 2. I do got Dead Space as well, the Dead Space remake for Series X. So that'll be funny. That's like a horror space game. Maybe I'll have my co-host play a level and record that because he might cry.
On what game?
Dead Space.
What is it? That new?
Mm-hmm. It's not new. It's been out for like a year. But I'd gotten it on sale like around Christmas. They had the end of the year sale, and it was on sale, and I've been wanting to play it, so I got that on the cheap, and it's pretty great. It's for next gen consoles only, so like I don't know if PlayStation got. I think PlayStation got it.
Yeah, you had your next gen console for almost a month now. Do you feel like you miss the old system?
I mean, I still play games on my old system. I still like playing the old 2K better than the next gen 2K.
Why?
To be honest, because I haven't really gotten it down that much yet, and I was like pretty far in my season, so I still turn on my old console to play 2K.
Did you have to buy the new 2K? Or did it automatically convert?
No, I bought like if you buy anything beyond like the just standard edition,
Of the game?
you got both editions automatically. So as soon as I got logged into my console, I could go and choose Xbox Series X 2K25 rather than Xbox One 2K25. It had both of them to choose from.
Okay.
So what's funny is even if I wanted to, I could download the Xbox One version on my Series X and it would just run super fast.
Same graphics as Xbox One, but super fast because it's on the next gen.
Yeah.
And then
like with no load times.
And then the gameplay would be the same. Will the gameplay be the same? Like in the.
It would be as it was on the last console. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely got to get me a next gen system. But moving on, man.
Yeah. So that way you could do co-op in space. Was that Space Marine 2? Because they have a co-op for that game, and it's like a long game. That could be a series.
That definitely can be a series. But you know what else is a series, man? Crib reactions, man.
Killing it. Getting back to our roots here.
Getting back to our roots, man. You see all the videos we got, man. We always getting 1,000 views. We always dropping different kind of videos, man.
Let me get us off. Oh, I forgot the couch had us in the middle.
Horrible.
But yeah, look at some of our latest videos. We've been checking out some rock videos lately. As you know, it's Crib Reactions, our international music reaction channel. Really worldwide music reaction channel. We might check out Jack Harlow. We just checked out Doechii recently. But we've been getting back to some of our fan favorites there on Crib Reactions. We got Bandmate, J-Rock Supergroup, just like 1OK Rock, another rock group. Killing those songs, thanks for support there. Blackpink's coming back soon with a new world tour. They had some, new videos pop up on YouTube from their older world tours, so reacted to that. Their sister group, Baby Monster, been dropping fire. We reacted to their new video, and one of our favorites, XG, killed it. My co-host has the same birthday as Chisa from XG, so we did a Chisa Felix Supreme 305 exclusive video. Check that out and wish my co-host a happy birthday on that video or this video in the comment section below. I don't know who that is.
That's like one of the names you told me before. Is it? On the stream chat? What's
stream chat? I don't know if they mean like YouTube. I'll have to look at it. Luna.
Definitely got to check that out, man.
Shout out to Luna.
Man, shout out to Luna.
There might be a scammer. They might be trying to get my coast like Brad Pitt.
Trying to get your debit card number. But, man, speaking of getting your information, man, looks like everybody's trying to get on Nelly and Snoop Dogg for being hypocrites,
I'm going to go to the bathroom while you talk about
no problem.
Nelly being nasty.
So basically, you got Nelly over here being basically a hypocrite, and you got everybody also going at Snoop Dogg for basically what he said back in 2017. Where he said this right here, man. We gonna play the video. What's what Snoop Dogg said, and then also you gonna get a response from Nelly on why is he doing this?
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? I suppose the one that performs for himself.
I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever.
They pay me a bad. Obama ain't never put no money in my fucking pockets, nigga. Kamala ain't never put no money in my pockets, nigga. Trump put money in my pockets, nigga. When motherfuckers are trying to say something about me performing at the crypto ball party, did Kamala call my fucking phone? Did Obama call my motherfucking phone? Did any of you call my motherfucking phone? Oh, God. Fuck you, man. I do what the fuck I want. Trump called my phone. It wasn't even a Trump event. Trump wasn't even there. Y'all so worried about he performed, him, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross. Kamala, you ain't even win. Obama, you ain't called my fucking phone. I'll suck my dick, nigga. Y'all want me to not answer the phone of the fucking president? This nigga the president of the motherfucking United States. Trump wasn't even there. It wasn't even a Trumpy nigga. It was the crypto ball for crypto.
My motherfucker.
Say, Rose, man, you playing to win tonight, man. You sharp as mosquitoes needle. What's going on? That's that crypto, see? They let a real crip up in the crypto ball. Ooh. Bang, bang.
Boss.
Oh my god.
So as you see, man, like Soulja Boy said, Soulja Boy, Rick Ross, Snoop Dogg, Carrie Underwood, not this one, Greenwood, all performed at the Crypto Bar. It was, so if you didn't know, the whole Donald Trump became president, this whole inauguration thing was going on all the way until Monday. That's when he did his inauguration. So he had 3 parties. He had the first party on like Friday, Saturday. That's the Crypto Ball. That's where Rick Ross, Soulja Boy, Snoop Dogg, Carrie Underwood, and Lee Greenwood performed at. They did that. So I'm gonna break it down. So everybody's getting on Snoop Dogg because 2017 he said who's a jiggable, who gonna do this for Donald Trump. 2020 he came out and said he's gonna vote just so that he won't see another year of Donald Trump in the office. Then in 2024 he was on Big Boy Radio saying how Donald Trump ain't did nothing wrong with him. Now he praising Donald Trump. That's why people mad at Snoop Dogg because he being a hypocrite.
Because he's a flip-flopper?
Yeah, basically he being a flip-flopper. Yeah.
So who else often gets criticized for being a flip-flopper?
I mean, it don't matter about all that. It don't matter about.
Is there any names that ring a bell that often get criticized for being a flip-flopper?
Papa O'Block, he's always flip-flopping. You should have seen him last week. He was in a Texans jersey and he picked the Bills.
Supporting a Texans team.
You picked the Bills.
What?
When the Texans, you pick KC. I mean,
I was just Steelers had embarrassed me, so I wasn't wearing one of their jerseys since we lost. So I had a Texas jersey, so I did it, and that's how I didn't pick for them. That's how you know they're not even my team. It's just something else to wear, Coast. Something else to wear. But we know you mean it whenever your Eagles lose, and you always throw on that Kansas City jersey or T-shirt at the end of every year that you've never worn until they're in the Super Bowl.
I need to find out. Shout out, man, Andy Reid. I'm gonna bring that jersey.
You got a Mahomes?
Yeah, I got a Mahomes.
Or Kelsey?
Mahomes.
Kelsey's his favorite player.
Hard. But nah, so Snoop Dogg performed at this one. Everybody was getting on Snoop Dogg. Some people say they went as far away as they blocked Snoop Dogg online and they deleted all his music from the playlist.
Not Uncle Snoop.
All that for Uncle, just because he performed here. And then with Nelly performed at the second party, the Liberty Ball. The Liberty Ball was
everyone loves Nelly.
That's where Donald Trump showed up at. Because remember, he wasn't at the crypto. He was at the. You seen the Village People came out with the YMCA song. You seen like Donald Trump doing his dance.
What's the dance?
You think
no, I think it's more out. Do it.
Do it. I don't know. You do it. You do it. Fight out 2 dragons with a sword.
That's what it looked like you were doing.
Horrible.
It's fighting 2 dragons.
Exactly. So Nelly, the Village People, and Jason Eldon all performed.
How was the performance?
No, they said the performance was amazing. It was great. I still don't understand why.
Y'all are still pretty good after all these years.
True. I still don't understand why they invited Nelly and Snoop Dogg. They actually gave Snoop Dogg backlash because
Nelly does country.
They said they gave true that he did that country song with Tim McGraw.
I don't remember.
I forgot, but
probably.
But they got no Snoop Dogg because one of his songs has an N-word in it.
And he was rapping at a mainly white event.
Yeah,
and they sang word for word, bar for bar.
I mean, they probably was. They had that situation, and then after that, they had the Starlight Ball and Gavin DeGraw. Who is Gavin DeGraw?
Music artist.
You know his music?
Yeah.
I mean, your mom listen to him?
No.
Do you know anybody listen to him?
No. I know his name. Like he's famous. Like he's a singer, but no one that I personally know, no family member, not my dad or my sister or cousin or nobody, really listen to him. I mean, I've seen him on like TV shows, or how like late night they'll have an artist, and so it's like, oh look, it's Gavin DeGraw, or when people will be like, oh, you're like Mr. DeGraw, and I'm like, I ain't nothing like that, man.
Oh, that's the only reason you know him. But you really don't know him because your name.
I mean, a lot of people used to bring him up because like he was like famous and like more when I was younger. So people used to be like, "Oh, you're like DeGraw," and I'm like, "You could get slapped."
And we in Texas and he country. So, okay, yeah.
I mean, he's not really country. He's kind of like, I don't know, like chill. Like
bluegrass?
Yeah, bluegrass or something like that. It's not like pop, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it ain't.
It's not really
it's
country.
not like country and it's not rock. But he's playing a guitar.
But I mean, playing.
You know what I'm saying?
So it looks like everybody. So basically, everybody's getting slandered for basically supporting Trump, which is actually funny.
Tables have turned.
The tables have turned. 'Cause I remember when Donald Trump first came out, nobody was supporting Donald
It'd be
Trump.
an embarrassment.
Nobody was supporting Donald Trump. They was like, "Oh yeah, he can run. He can run. He ain't gonna win." Then he won. Then they really hated on him. But before he ran, they was all cool with him at parties and everything. So I mean, it's funny how like everybody's really showing their true colors now. This time around, like everybody's showing like we support Donald Trump. Like we don't care if he likes to grab him by the or anything like that.
Nobody said that.
I mean, they support him.
Yeah,
That's basically what they're saying. If you support that, you support him doing that. I mean, it is what it is.
Everyone put shame down in the
I'm
comments.
just saying that's how it's looking nowadays.
No, if people want to ride with the winner, it's everyone's bandwagoning. They're trying the Golden State Warriors politics. Somebody's, back in the winner's circle, and now everyone wants to be a fan again after they abandoned him. They abandoned him when he lost, and how everyone was, I always told y'all. I told y'all he was cool. I told y'all he was the truth, and it's because he won. And it's so funny how everyone was embarrassed to be his fan, and then he won in a landslide.
You see, it's because of the streamers. Because I remember he said the male vote wasn't really voting like that, so that's when he started attacking.
And he got more of the youth male vote too.
Yeah, so he started attacking the streamers like Aiden Ross and like Theo Von. That's what you see like Theo
Von and Joe Rogan. Did he? Yeah, I think he did talk to Joe.
Joe Rogan was there. He was there talking. Also, you seen Theo Von fall. You see Mike Tyson was there. Jake Paul, Logan Paul was there. Could we see like Jake Paul put Mike Tyson on the shoulders? You seen that video going around?
Yeah.
So I mean, all those people came to the support Donald Trump. So it looks like he targeted all the right people. So I mean, that's why everybody got the eyes on him. But I mean, that's crazy. I didn't know it was a 3-day party just for you becoming the president. I don't think Joe Biden did that. I don't think or like Bill Clinton or Obama had like a 3-day party.
Energy, he would have had a heart attack.
Disrespectful.
But
that's our old president.
What's crazy is, what do you think about him being inaugurated on MLK Day?
I mean,
do you think is that a crime against MLK?
At first, I thought it was bad. Like, how the hell you gonna do that? But then somebody like shed light on me. Like, the presidential inauguration only happens once every 4 years. It's not our fault that MLK Day happens on like the third Monday of every January, and just so happen once every 4 years it shares a day with the inauguration. Like, just get over it. It's once every 4 years, and then on top of that,
so does it always match up instead of every 4 years?
I don't know. I don't know if it always matches.
Is it always
up.
on MLK Day?
I gotta check.
So leap years what?
I don't really know. I gotta see if I don't think that many people was mad last time when Joe Biden ran, but Martin Luther
didn't run anywhere.
But one of Martin Luther King's family members said that they okay with basically the inauguration happening the same day as MLK because it's shedding more light than MLK. Because even though you're talking about the inauguration at the same time, you're saying
he's gotta be a part of it.
Yeah, he's a part of it. You say like it's disrespectful that this is on MLK Day, so by default you're talking about MLK Day.
You have to.
So I mean, they saying like it's spreading more light to it, but I mean, hey, a win's a win. Y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole situation. Like, is it really?
I don't know. The way I almost look at it is like with these politics. I know like real rules come for it and all that stuff, but it's almost like a crazy reality show that everyone tunes into and votes in. It's almost like damn near American Idol, and I don't know. I'd rather just not tune in. I don't feel like it's good as it used to be, and I don't know. I would rather check out other stuff than always be, what's going up with politics all the time. Who should I hate right now? Who's lying? Who's cheating? Who's trying to do this and that? It's just always a mess.
It is. I mean,
it's like that show on Netflix, like what, House of Cards?
Yeah, House of Cards.
And then the real actor ended up being a freak. So he had a House of Cards.
Disrespectful. We're gonna talk about everybody being fake in two topics, two more topics, man. Moving on to this next.
I didn't know you made the show as a topic.
I'm just horrible.
Somebody.
But I mean, moving on here, man. Looks like here, Donald Trump says U.S.
keeps on winning.
Donald Trump says the USA should own half of TikTok. If you didn't know, the TikTok ban finally happened on the 20th. Man, it was crazy. I mean, nobody believed that it was gonna happen. That's all you saw. But as soon as I think it wasn't even 12 o'clock our time. I think it was like 10 o'clock. Because
we already had people texting us. Like they take my eyes, not my TikTok.
Exactly. Like how it takes 6ix9ine, don't take away TikTok. It was crazy the way they were saying everything they were saying. Everybody thought TikTok was gonna be gone for good, and it was to the point where like people even deleted the app. And and even TikTokers are going crazy online. Then like you seen like everyone on Instagram, like people was posting on Instagram crazy like RIP TikTok, RIP TikTok, and they was doing like some type of skit video with like TikTok with like a TikTok death certificate in the background. You saw those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like when people had like the funeral songs they was playing and like they had TikTok in the background.
Yeah.
They had that going on. And then also we got the dude right here, man. Play the video. You're gonna see what these TikTokers are saying about this.
Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please save TikTok, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, please. Please get the Supreme Court justice away from us people.
This looked like you earlier.
And as of today, TikTok is back. So, you know, I did a little TikTok thing. We have a guy, TikTok Jack. He's a young kid, like 21 years old. And we hired this guy, and I went on TikTok. Can you believe what I'll do to win an election?
TikTok.
And we went on TikTok, and Republicans have never won the young vote, the youth vote. They win a lot of votes, but they never won the youth vote. We won the youth vote by 36 points. So I like TikTok. I like it. I like it.
He only likes
That's a landslide, 36 points.
I mean, exactly. I mean, he only likes it because they're saying like TikTok is making over $50 billion in revenue. So I mean, I understand why he's saying like USA needs to get a part of it. USA needs to get a part of it. If we don't get at least 50% or something of it, he gonna start like taxing China because you can't be making.
It's the whole thing was about information and privacy and them having information on us by like being in our phones because they always have the terms and agreement, and like TikTok basically that app tracks every single thing you do, so they're just worried about China like basically tracking like American patterns, and if they could possibly use that against us or you know how to mess with us or attack us or all that stuff because you know we're not in the best terms of China. I mean, we're not in the worst, but we're not in the best. And, you know, it's just an area of concern. So, I mean, apps are crazy because some apps, they literally try to track everything you do. And you get better watch some apps and check your settings because some try to even track what you're doing when you're not on the app.
True. Definitely. If we have like a whole bunch of random apps, like my Domino's app or something like that, I always try to like, click this button, allow access always. And like it always happens to apps like I'd never touch.
Or you have to make sure you use location while using app. You just ever like open an app and not do the settings on it, and you're like, why is my battery draining? Like, why is my location always on? And it's like the freaking, like whatever app is tracking me.
True. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I don't like. But what I also don't like is the fact that Donald Trump is saying he wants 50% of the company. So what you basically saying is that my information's worth 50%. Like you saying, you can have the information as long as you give me 50% of the pie.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if they have like that much percentage of the company, if they would have access or ruling on the internals, and if they would have an option where they wouldn't be like that much into the information, or like, you know, if they wouldn't do that anymore, if there'd be like a new license agreement and they would agree not to like track anything or share any information, that it's purely just the app is for what it is, which is, you know, the videos and stuff.
True, but true that. That's true, but at the same time, I don't even feel like you said this about like our information, like they just trying to protect our information, like trying to get our information. I really don't feel like the United States, like Donald Trump, and them even care about them taking our information. They just really mad that they ain't getting no profit out of this. Like y'all making all this money from us,
Not getting
and
a cut.
we not getting a cut of it. That's what I really think.
Technically we are getting a cut in a roundabout way, but it's the U.S. creators, because there's a lot of American creators on TikTok that make a lot of money.
True, but
and that's going into the economy.
Yeah, but Uncle Sam, but it's not as much. It's not as much as they want. They want more. Yeah, they want more. I mean, like it's getting to the point where, like, did you see that one? Did you see like one of the people lit Senator Glenn Gotherham's? They lit one of the people's office on fire. Like one of the people's offices in the White. I think it was in the White House, and one of the places they lit his whole office on fire. You didn't see that that picture?
I don't remember.
I gotta show it to you. But yeah,
what's the point of that?
So, because of TikTok, because he was one of the dudes that agreed. So when they voted on should they ban TikTok or not,
he was one of the people that voted it down.
Yeah,
So now they're attacking his house.
No, they didn't attack his house. It was
they burned a tree down.
They burned his office. They burned his office down. Let me see. I'm trying to bring it up.
No, it's all right. I got you. They burned his office down.
They burned his office down. That's how serious the whole TikTok situation is. But I mean, the TikTok ban only happened for a total of 12 hours, and then once the whole 12 hours up,
people were having withdrawals like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was hilarious.
They burned his
the front door.
Mm-hmm.
That's lazy.
See, man arrested for arson at Representative.
They said all kinds of people were like making site. Like false police phone calls.
Oh yeah, about the whole TikTok.
Yeah, it's like trying to call the cops and say like they banned my app.
Nicki Minaj's sister, she did that.
Exactly. Yeah.
She I seen that video. She posted
what Hennessy or somebody else.
It was another. I think it was like Lo Ming or something like that. I don't know. It's another sister. No, Hennessy is Cardi B.
Oh, that's right. Hennessy could call me.
All right, but it was Nicki Minaj. She like posted a video like saying that. But it's funny how like if you deleted the TikTok app, if you go in the App Store, it ain't there. And
crazy.
I was this close to deleting CapCut. I was finna delete the whole TikTok app, but then I'm glad I didn't. I was like, I'm gonna wait till like the 20th to see like actually what happens. And then I got lazy. I forgot and I overslept, so I never deleted it because then I started seeing everybody started posting like, oh, TikTok's back. It's slowly coming back, but I can't download it, re-download it. I was like, perfect. I didn't follow everybody else. And now you seeing remember I showed you that video, that photo of people saying that iPhones are going for like $10,000 if you have TikTok.
I don't know if that's true. That would be hilarious.
I mean, it's
I'll get a new phone and leave TikTok on this one.
Exactly. I mean, you can't do the VPN workaround like you was telling me about. How like, oh yeah, maybe
it'd be funny, and then they fix it in like a week.
No, I mean,
you bought it.
Get it fast. Get that 10 bands fast, man. But,
20 bands.
But y'all comment down below. Do y'all feel like we should take over? The United States should take half of TikTok. And also, are you one of the people that deleted your TikTok app? Now you gotta wait.
Doofus.
Now you gotta be stuck on Instagram. But moving on to stuck, man. It looks like here, man. We stuck, man. We stuck on this topic here. It looks like here.
Wait, this you talk about us getting shadow banned last episode. This episode 100% is getting a shadow ban.
It's not getting shadow banned, man.
We're getting fully shadow banned.
They don't care about Michelle Obama.
But it says, I'm staying home. Michelle Obama will not attend DT's inauguration with Barack after recently missing Jimmy Carter's funeral. And people are saying, like, what is she going on? That, a lot of times, like, when you're married, you operate as a unit. And if your husband has to be at a funeral or at this event or this event, that you would be there to support him. And it says, like, she had scheduling conflicts. What conflicts does she have where she can't go to a funeral and can't go into an inauguration when all the prior presidents that are alive always show up?
True. I mean,
that's a pretty big thing. I don't think a hair appointment or a therapist
appointment
or a vacation, like, you can come home and go back.
True. I mean, you can always come home, go back. You got a jet. You can always get on the jet and go back on vacation. I mean, the funeral would only take like an hour and a half. You could have showed face. I mean, because this does look crazy. I mean, a lot of people were saying like, oh, everybody's getting on Michelle Obama, but what about Donald Trump? When the inauguration happened with Joe Biden, Donald Trump didn't show up at all.
That's because he hated him.
Exactly.
He was protesting.
Basically, yeah, he was hating him. He was protesting. So yeah, I feel like my codes feel like. I mean, when you marry, you're supposed to be a unit. If the Michelle Obama had a big celebration, a big event going on,
A huge funeral
or a huge funeral or something going on, I'm pretty sure Obama would have showed up. Even if he didn't like somebody there, he still would have showed up. And I mean, that's how.
Yeah, she ain't scared. It's not like she's scared of Trump. So she definitely would have showed up. I think it's something fishy and like do you want to talk about the rumors that we're hearing, or do you want to play the video real quick?
I mean, we're gonna play the video right now. Basically, what had happened if you just don't follow your husband's lead. Looking crazy, walking by himself. Look at that. Now you got everybody asking questions
about Jen and Barack. So
that was of all the calls you get from your publicist where you're just like, oh no, what's it going to be? Or the email saying, some cheesy tabloid is going to make up a story, and then it's that.
Yeah. Does
I
your
was not
publicist
mad
ever
at
go
it.
like, is there any truth to this, or is it...
No, that is absolutely untrue.
Well, I know it's not true.
Yeah.
I just don't know if everybody knows.
Well, it is untrue.
Some people, it is untrue. So the truth about Jen and Barack is that there is no truth.
There is
it
no
is
truth.
Untrue. You know Barack Obama.
I've met him once.
Met him once.
I know Michelle more than him.
What is there a truth about you and Michelle?
That would be even better.
That is not true.
I mean, this sounds exactly like I did not have relations with that woman. Bill Clinton said the same thing, and he was lying. He was lying, and Hillary Clinton still stayed there. So, I mean, and it's crazy. This has a lot
Her husband was literally getting to him in an office, and she was there for that press conference.
Exactly. So, I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, this is why a lot of people have some people are upset about this, saying like, even no matter where you rank it, you can be as low as a McDonald's worker, you can be high as a former president of the United States, that a black woman, regardless, will never follow your lead. She will find some reason not to follow your lead. And I mean, I didn't see it like that at first, but now that I start to think about it, like, you wasn't there, you could have showed up. I mean,
Sounds like my host got a lot of hate.
I'm sorry.
A lot of internal hate.
Horrible. I mean, like, it looks like here, I mean, they're saying like, why would she show up? Donald Trump has been saying all these mean things about Obama. He basically didn't like Obamacare because it was named Obama.
No,
he was saying Obama wasn't black. He was saying like
no, I agree with you. He did say all those things, and they should be beefing. But I think the thing is you would think that they would act as a unit. So either as a team, they would either both not show up, no matter if people usually show up or past presidents show up. They would both not show up, or they both would show up. I don't think that people are thinking that this would be an option as a split.
True.
They would either both not show up and get criticized, or both show up.
Because it's gonna look crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I feel like they also pick at Barack, and any little thing that he does, they try to get at him.
Of course. I mean, that's exactly why people are saying about this. Like, how they always trying to point the finger. Like, this whole gender war thing is going on. How they're saying how black men are going at black women, or like men are going at women in period in general. And I mean, this is just showing like, this must be true, because you could have showed
Allegedly.
up. You could have showed up. I mean, just because Donald Trump was saying all this stuff about Barack Obama doesn't mean that you got to step up and you got to do something about it. Like, this ain't your beef. This ain't your drama. Maybe at the beginning of 2025, I ain't want to have no problems right now. Maybe later on in the year.
I mean, yeah, it could be something about nothing.
Or like this.
But I also do think it is kind of messed up that. Also, like, Barack basically wanted to say that this guy's like the devil, or a possible like a German guy, that he's a part of that allegiance, and then he's there sitting next to him, cracking jokes. So I also do understand the criticism, but I think it's just
it's none of your business.
The Democratic Party is just in shambles right now.
True.
I think they're still in shock that they lost, and all they're doing is infighting, and I don't see it changing. I mean, even freaking Whoopi Goldberg took a week off from The View because she didn't want to talk about the inauguration.
She didn't want to talk about the inauguration, but she talked about Sherry Underwood. Sherry Underwood performed at the inauguration at the Crypto Ball, and she did talk about that, saying, "Oh, my friend Sherry, she can perform there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that."
There's always an exception.
See, so I mean,
but at the end of the day, a lot of people are hypocrites, so it is what it is.
True. I mean, but it would be crazy if Barack Obama was talking with Jennifer Aniston, because I mean,
that'd be hilarious.
I mean, because it's the former president. Like,
it would make the Brad Pitt story more believable.
It definitely would. I mean, it definitely would. But I mean, this just isn't right. I mean, I don't know if everybody feels the same. Like, if you had an important event, and even if your husband didn't like you, there's plenty of times where your husband don't like your boss, and your husband still shows up to the event. It's plenty. Look at Joy Taylor.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. For anybody that's been in a long-term relationship, or a relationship where you live with someone or you're married, you have to go to stuff that you don't want to go to all the time. It's somebody's birthday that you've never met in your life, but your significant other, she gets invited to a birthday party, and her man's coming, to the birthday party. She's not going to go by herself. She's not single. So you end up going to a lot of events that you don't want to go to, either friends or family members, you know what I'm saying, like aunts, uncles, cousins. It's always somebody's birthday. It's always a reunion. It's always something going on, and you are constantly getting your weekend booked with stuff that you don't want to go to. That's just what happens.
Exactly. I mean, this is a funeral. I mean, you missed Jimmy Carter's funeral. That doesn't happen. He doesn't die every year. This is a one-time thing.
He was pretty old. He was like, what, almost 100?
Yeah,
like 99?
He was pretty old. And then on top of that, I mean, with the whole Donald Trump inauguration, I mean, you could have went there and just not shook his hand. Just like one of those.
Oh, yeah, just not acknowledge him.
Yeah, basically
just be like, I'm over here, you stay over there.
Exactly. I mean, that's all you have to do. You ain't have to, like, basically not be there, because now that you're not being there, it's causing more of a bigger commotion. Like, everybody's putting more of a spotlight on Barack Obama.
Wondering if the crazy rumors are true about a possible breakup, possible him moving on.
Because they don't have, I mean, the kids are almost grown. I think one of the kids is in college. The other one's almost in college. Like, she has to be, like, either between, like, 14 and 16.
Yeah, their kids ain't super young anymore, so they may not be worried about keeping the family unit together.
Exactly. And I mean,
I don't know. Put it in the comments section down below.
How's the president? I don't think I've seen a president divorce their wife. Like, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton's still there.
That's crazy.
Was it Barbara Bush? Whatever her name is, she's still there. Like,
she's still alive.
Even Martin Luther King girl, even if he was cheating on her with his after his "I Have a Dream" speech with white girls, she was still there.
How dare you?
It's like, no matter
disgrace this show and MLK by saying that he was skiing the slopes.
You didn't hear about that? Everybody talks about that. It
doesn't mean you have to bring it up, co-host. It doesn't mean you have to disgrace the man.
Oh, Lord, whatever. Speaking of disgrace, you ready for this next topic?
This was a leader that was gunned down, and now you want to go throw dirt on his name.
Did you see Donald Trump say he's going to release the information about
the shooter?
Of all of them?
What shooters?
MLK, JFK.
He should. It's about time.
She's gonna, I think, like lower
declassify
it.
A lot of people think it's an inside job. That'd be crazy if it was like, yes, it was an inside job. Now what?
Oh, man, this is gonna be crazy. Y'all comment down below how you feel about this whole situation. Do you believe that there's trouble in the Obama house in the paradise, or do you believe it's all rumors? Maybe she just wanted some space. She don't gotta show up. But it is what it is. Moving on to sports, man. It's time to talk about college football. Last game of college football, Ohio State versus Notre Dame. I mean, this game was game was crazy. It wasn't true. I mean, it was kind of trash. I do got to give you that. But at the same time, this whole playoff bracket and everything that happened did shape out pretty good, because you remember, this is the first time we're doing the whole 12-team playoff format.
Yeah, and they said that they won it the first time that there was Ohio State won it.
Yeah.
The first time that there was a 4-team playoff.
Yep.
And now this is what, the 12?
The 12-team playoff.
Yeah, so they won the first 4 and 12 playoff.
10 years later. Yeah, 10 years later they won. It's been 10 years since Ohio State won. I mean, I never forgave Ohio State since they cheated against the University of Miami, man. Miami should have won that game back in the day with Maurice Clarett and them. But that's another story. But Ohio State won. I mean, honestly, after looking at this 12 playoff bracket, I feel like only thing they messed up on is like, yes, I understand how like you want to give small schools their respect, because back in the day, like it was small schools that like
had undefeated seasons but couldn't get in the discussion.
Yeah, they couldn't get in the discussion. So now you do the whole 12-team playoff. So now you got like teams like Penn State, SMU, and
I mean,
Indiana.
Penn State's always been good enough to be in a big game, but you're right about those other schools for
like
sure. 100%.
SMU, Indiana, Arizona State, like those 3 schools. I understand. Like I felt like you could have replaced those with like UM and Alabama, but Alabama was trash this year. I mean, yeah, Alabama was super trash this year.
I've never been an Alabama fan.
True.
I'm not really. I'm indifferent about Ohio State. I don't really hate them or I don't really love them. They're just like a team that I hear about because they've always been good throughout the years. Like
true,
they've always had like decent teams.
Yeah, they always had decent teams, and I think Santonio Holmes came from
For real?
I think so. I want to say.
Oh, and for any of y'all talking trash, I did not watch college football at all. Like really,
growing up,
I'm not. Yeah, I've never
I
was
love
really
college
like
football.
a huge fan. Like I watched the NFL,
Mhm.
but like watching the NFL and NBA, I didn't really have time to be super into college because like I was into all kinds of other stuff too. But I was really disappointed that UT didn't make it all the way. It was the first time that Texas has been good in a long time. So it was neat to see them go far, but unfortunately they didn't make it. But yeah, man, Notre Dame. I love the movie Rudy. It's like they're like one of the old school great colleges, but they haven't won a chip in forever. I don't know the exact year, but it's been a real long time. So just because of Rudy, I wanted Notre Dame to win, but I guess props to Ohio State and Will Howard getting the MVP, throwing for 231 yards, 17 for 21 completions, and 2 tutties.
True, man. Shout out to Will Howard, man. I'm still surprised. I thought he was black.
I wanted Boise State to go farther.
I mean, yeah, true.
They always got cool uniforms in the field.
You have to, yeah. I mean, they had cool uniforms.
What was their Heisman player?
Ashton Genty,
yeah,
the running back. Yeah. But I mean, you saying like Notre Dame getting whooped by Ohio State. It looked sad, but I mean, looking at the path that Notre Dame had to play, they had to play like Indiana first. They beat them. Then they played Georgia. Then they played Penn State. I mean, the hardest.
Georgia and Penn State's have decent.
Georgia's like the hardest team they played. But looking at Ohio State side, now that side, I was surprised by. They played Tennessee. Then they had to play Oregon. Then they had to play Texas. So I mean, that's these three.
Yeah, they going through some powerhouse teams.
They went through some powerhouse teams together. So Ohio State really showed that they deserved to be there. And on top of that, I mean, this year was looking crazy. I didn't think Ohio State was going to be there. Like Alabama's not there because Ohio State lost to Michigan. It was like 10-13. That game was horrible. They lost to them and they lost to Oregon. So they played Oregon. They bounced back, beat them. Beat them in the playoffs. But I mean, this whole college football season is great. I mean, to sum it all up, I mean, Colorado with Deion Sanders. I mean, even though they didn't,
that was the one crime. I wanted to watch them so bad in the playoffs.
They would have been whooped. I mean, I would have took.
They probably would have got whooped, but they could have just like maybe miracle 1-2 games, and it would have been super entertaining.
I would have took if you would have told me that you would replace SMU with Colorado. I mean, I definitely would have watched that.
That would have been a crazy matchup. That would have been crazy. Like they would have been mad even. That matchup would have fed families.
I mean, they would have had to play Penn State, and then if they beat that, they would have to play Boise State, and then whoever wins, maybe Notre Dame. But if they beat Penn State, I mean, I can see them beating Penn State.
Notre Dame wasn't the biggest.
Yeah, I mean, I can see them beating SMU. I mean, I can see them beating Penn State
and SMU.
I can see them beating SMU.
Was it SMU? Or no, it's Boise State we're talking about, right?
I can see them being Boise State. I can see them being Penn State. I can see them being Boise State. On Notre Dame, I mean, they probably I think they played Notre Dame. They probably would have lost against Notre Dame, maybe if they could have stopped the run game. But I mean,
this is the most I've been into college football with Colorado and Deion. They and Travis Hunter. They've been super entertaining to watch, but Now that they're gone, I might go back. It's been a fun 2 years in college football.
True.
But
I mean, you
now that they're not there anymore, I don't know if my co-host will have to fill me in on what games I need to catch up on to see maybe who's
Archie Manning, man, the future.
I mean, yeah, I still watch Archie. I thought he should have been playing. But I guess besides that,
Texas, and Quinn, I mean, I'm gonna watch, Carson Beck and UM to see how he's doing. So I'm gonna keep up with that. I want to see if Florida State bounce back. Cause Florida State was horrible this year. They're saying Florida's gonna be good. Florida State's trash. I want to see if Bama bounce back, even though I don't like Alabama. I don't like Alabama. But, I mean, y'all comment down below how you feel about this whole college football season. Did it live up to the hype? Did you like the new 12-team playoff? Shout out to Ohio State winning it in 10. It's been 10 years.
You think 12 is good enough, or should they go more teams?
12 is good enough. 12, I would say do 12 and then make the people that get in with a tougher conference. If you had a tougher schedule. Because, I mean, if you win 13 games and you ain't really pay nobody, I really have a hard time with seeing why you should be in, because you don't get smashed like a lot of SMU did.
Going against a real school.
Exactly. But or like Arizona State did. That was Arizona versus Texas. That was embarrassing. But moving on here, man. Speaking of embarrassing, man, Jimmy Butler selling coins, man. I needed him to make 5.5 field goals. That's 5.5
told him not to bet on Jimmy.
I think it was That's only 10 points. 12 at the most. I mean, 12. He had to make 12 points. That's all I needed him to make.
It's regular season, Jimmy.
It's regular season.
I don't know what you thought, Coach. I told you not to make that bet. You didn't listen, and now you have to pay. But speaking of the Jimmy Butler sweepstakes and who's paying for Jimmy, it looks like the Phoenix Suns got the highest percentage to land Jimmy after trading for multiple first-round picks to gain the assets to possibly facilitate this trade, which might include Bradley Beal and Nurkic. There's also still a 21% chance that he will not be traded and stay with the Heat. But Houston and Dallas, I don't think that they're really – I think Dallas is even at like a 1% chance, because both of those teams, they would have to trade so many good young players that it wouldn't make sense to get rid of 4 rotation players for one kind of over the hill superstar level player.
True. Yeah, I feel the same way. And also, I mean, if I'm going up on a team from the bottom to the top, I'm thinking about it like with the Mavericks. I don't really know who you should give up. I do know that they talk about like Daniel or Gafford. Like, oh yeah, rumors of like trading him, getting in another piece, which is crazy. Like, why wouldn't they say Kleber? A
lot of people said that it is Kleber, that they could get rid of like Kleber and a draft pick and get another solid wing defender, because they want like another wing defender.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also worried about like, how teams sometimes make moves because of future contracts.
True.
That like Lively is really progressing, and that he's going to be the starting center 100%. And Gafford, is he going to basically like price himself out? So that's what people are wondering. What Dallas is going to do with Gafford, because, will they possibly trade him because they don't think that they'll be able to, Lively will get done with his rookie contract and they'll have to pay him money. And do they really want to pay all kinds of big money for a backup center?
Mm-hmm.
That they may trade him for like a backup wing, because, Clay is great and a great veteran, but he's going to be there for a couple years. They maybe want a guy that they could pair with Luka for like the next 5 years. They've been rumored to what's his name from the Pelicans, the small forward.
Brandon Ingram?
No, the other one, the Murphy.
Who? What about Murphy?
From the Pelicans.
Who was talking about Murphy?
Oh, that Dallas may trade Gafford for was it Troy Murphy?
That'd be crazy. I mean,
what is he averaging?
Yeah, you check. We'll see what he's averaging, and I mean, I'm now looking at the Houston Rockets schedule. Not schedule. Look at the roster. I mean, if Rockets, I don't see them. They don't really need Jimmy. I mean, they're doing pretty good with like Şengün, Jalen Green. Jalen Green's giving you 20, 25 almost on any given night. Sometimes he's going off way higher than that. Then on top of it, you got Fran VanVleet. I mean, I understand. Yeah, you can get Dylan Brooks off. You can put Dylan Brooks on the bench and have him coming off the bench. But I mean, he's a. I mean, he's all defense. I really don't feel like you need that many weapons. What happened, Trey Murphy?
Yeah, because they were thinking like Trey Murphy's averaging freaking 22 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, and he can play small forward or power forward. And think about it. If you have the defense where you could bring like Clay off the bench as like just like a sniper bench shooter and have Trey Murphy start next to PJ Washington and Lively, that'll be so much defense around Luka and Kyrie.
True, and that's less money. And you say, yeah, I can see that. And on top of that, they're trying to blow that team up with because Zion Wilson.
They're blowing that team up, so they don't know if they could do it with Kleba and a pick, get Trey Murphy, because how good he's been. I mean, he's literally averaging over 20 points. And let me see what his 3-point percentage is. 1 second. He's shooting like 36%, which is good, but he's shot 38 and 40% the last 3 years before.
We shoot like what, two
he shoot like 4 a game and making 2 of them. Hold on, let me see. No, shoot, it's the past 3 years he's making like 3-pointers a game, shooting like anywhere between 6 to 8, but he's at least making 3.
Making 2 to 3. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's different. That is an upgrade. I mean, he is around the same height as he is close.
He's even taller than PJ. PJ Washington plays power forward at 6'7". He's a little undersized, but he's really strong and has a big vertical, so he can play against guys that are 6'10", that are 3 inches taller than him. But Murphy, who's 6'8", who's an inch taller than PJ, could play small forward, or they could be interchangeable. And could you imagine that, like, if you have PJ Washington and you want to do a switch and then Trey Murphy's on you?
Yeah.
Like, that's even worse.
Yeah, that.
Someone that's super long wingspan, and so it's like you got 2 guys that could really hound the 2 other teams' 2 best options. And then you have all that money available for Lively once he gets off his rookie contract, because he's doing good where he'll probably start playing, instead of playing like 25 minutes a night, he'll be playing 35 minutes a night. And then it's like, is Gafford really going to are you going to pay all that money for Gafford, who's maybe at that point only going to be playing like 10 to 12 minutes a night instead of his own like 18 to 25?
True, but that means you lose. But true, that means you lose a center.
Yeah.
So who's going to be the backup center?
But I mean, most
because Lively every time we turn around, Lively's not playing.
Yeah, so he's hurt a lot, and Gafford's actually been killing it. I wouldn't get rid of Gafford. I would get rid of like Kleba and a pick is the most I'd get rid of. I still want Gafford because I think it's like you said, it's nice. So that way, if you have an injury, you're just not a team that's like a lot of these other teams that when their starting center goes down, that they're playing a lot of games with no center. They're having a power forward play center to start, and then sometimes they're out there with like a small forward playing center with their backup unit. So I mean that would really be a disadvantage, but I see money-wise why they may possibly want to do that. And for Trey Murphy, with him averaging a consistent over 20 points a game, that may be good enough to get rid of Gafford, who averages like 10 and 10 and 3 blocks.
True, and then look at.
But Gafford scored 30 points the other night, so I don't know. I think he's trying to play his butt off so we keep him, because he's like on contract for like at least the next 3 years.
True, and then looking at the Phoenix Suns, I mean, looking at their whole roster, they got Kevin Durant, they got Dunn, they got Richards, Jones, and Booker. I mean, looking at them, they can definitely use. They
got the best assets. They could give him Beal, Nurkic, and a bunch of first-round draft picks.
They can definitely give you Bradley Beal, because Bradley Beal ain't really giving you that. Yeah, Bradley Beal ain't definitely giving you that much, especially this season. He's only averaging 17.1 points a game.
Yeah, and he has a no trade clause that he has, so he has to agree to it. But I think getting traded to the Heat out of Phoenix to Miami, I think Bradley Beal would agree to that.
Yeah, I can see.
I'll go play with Tyler Hero and Bam, and then they have a real good young center that is playing next to Bam. That he came out of nowhere and has been putting up some points. I forget his name, but they might actually be able to move Bam to power forward. And then you have
they can stop him from being the Chris Bosh role.
Bradley Beal at the 2.
A 2, yeah.
Hero at the 1, and then
Hero at the 1. What be? I don't think it'd be Hero at the 1. It's Terry Rozier.
Oh yeah, Terry at the 1, Hero at the 1, at the 2, and then Bradley Beal at the 3.
Bradley Beal at the 3.
With Bam at the 4, and that new young kid they got at center. That'd be a pretty good team.
That'd definitely be a pretty good team. Yeah, because I mean, the way they're playing Bradley Beal, he's more of like you stand over there and then like me and Kevin Durant, Bradley.
He's like a DeRozan. He's like a mid-range shooter, but he can hit threes a little better now than he used to.
But they passed DeMar DeRozan the ball. It's either like on that team is either what's his name, Darian Fox or DeMar DeRozan.
Beal though would probably have more opportunities because he would probably be
go back to the old school Wizards.
He would be the second option instead of the third. Because what Tyler Hero would be the first option, and then who's the second option? Would it either be Bradley Beal or Scary Terry Rozier?
Yeah.
Or would it be Bam? But Bam doesn't really score like that. He kind of gets a lot of garbage points. So I think Bam would definitely be third or fourth.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it Beal or Terry that would be the second option?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it'll be Bill or
I think
Bill and Hero can fight for the first option.
I think Hero's the first option because he's younger.
I feel like they're trying to give it to Hero.
Give it to Hero. I think you should I think as a team, as a coach, you should make it clear that Beal is the second option, and then kind of Bam and Terry, whoever's the hotter person that night, is the third, fourth option, just depending on who's hotter that night.
You sure? I mean, yeah, I can see that.
And then that new young center be the fifth option, of course, on the starting unit.
Yeah,
and that'd be a solid way to play with that team.
Yeah, I feel like Hero will get more people involved. But but
that'd be a good 2K team.
Bradley Beal's Bradley Beal's proven it. I mean, and on top of that, he was a 2 when he was playing with John Wall in Washington. Yep. So yeah, I could see him being.
But he could play 2 or 3. He's just a little small to play the 3. I think Bradley Beal's like 6'5", but he's not a small guard. He's not super skinny, so you can maybe get away with him playing the 3 because he's even though he's a little shorter. He's not a super lightweight guy.
Yeah, and I feel and if you compare like Bradley Beal to Jimmy Butler, I feel like you may lose a little bit of defense, but you get more offense.
For sure.
You get somebody can actually make the 3-point shot. Bradley Beal's giving you 40 points.
Well, and now with their lineup, they'll have some decent defense still because they'll have Terry Rozier that plays defense at the 1.
Attack the basket.
Not so much with Hero at the 2. Bradley Beal, as long as he's mediocre, is fine at the 3. You have Bam, who's a defensive player of the year in the running at 4, and that rookie center or new center that looks like he's playing pretty good defense that could play the 5. They're basically interchangeable. They're both like 4 or 5. Bam and the new kid. But that's the end of the NBA talk for this episode. Sorry we didn't have more topics. We'll have more as the NBA season continues. And now that the NFL show is ending, let us know if you ever want any NBA special shows by themselves, because we can maybe do those for you if we get enough NBA topics. But let's go into New Music Monday.
Knocked his head right off his shoulders.
Kick Dr. Giroux's head clean off. But we got new music. We'll let you know what's going on. And check out our new music mix number 5. We got G Herbo, Spin That Bag official video. Oh, y'all need to tune in over here to get us more views on music mix number 5. Y'all keep watching 1 through 4, but we have number 5 now. So make sure you jump over there and support music mix number 5.
Hey, but also, you already know, music that came out this week, man. I listened to a lot of this music. It was butt cheeks. The whole Mac Miller album, didn't like it at all.
Wasn't that an album that he didn't release because he didn't like it, and then now that he's dead, they released it?
Yeah, and I see why he didn't like it.
That's trash. I always see why he didn't release it.
He didn't like it. And then Logic dropped the Aquarius 3, which is like a 5-song EP. I didn't really care about that. Filthy Rich drop. Dang, I didn't even see that one. Busta Rhymes drop. I heard that Busta Rhymes album. It was trash. The audio on that it's just horrible. The OMB Peasy, he's okay, but he's like a painful rapper, like No Cap. He's like one of those people, but you can understand what he's saying. I don't really care about him.
He's not like Blackboy Max.
Nah, not like Blackboy Max. But a lot of weak albums came out this week. I ain't really care for him.
Music was trash.
Music was trash, but I gotta listen to that Filthy.
Except
I'm
for
mad.
what I picked.
I'm mad I ain't seen that Filthy.
So much trash picks that.
I heard that
Coach gave me both the picks. So we got Young Chop 4-piece. It's funny that Young Chop has a 4-piece. It's an EP. Super producer Young Chop behind Lil Reese, Chief Keef, Lil Durk, the OG producer of the Chicago drill scene, is back making excellent beats and dropping 4 songs. I think I like 2 or 3 out of the songs. Young Chop's pretty funny, and he can actually rap a little bit. And of course, the music production is going to be top tier. He's one of the greatest producers of all time when it comes to rap. So shout out Young Chop. Happy he's out of jail. Hopefully, make sure you're getting the mental things you need so that way you could stay out of jail, chop. But we're all rooting for you over here at Tales from the Crib.
Yes, yes.
And then we got the final music peak. We got Ray Kamikura's first single. I don't even know how to say it, but it's like Fisua, but it is a rap song. So if you are into Glorilla, Cardi B, any of the girl rappers, this is another international girl rapper. We're probably going to check her out on Crib Reactions. We check out music from all over the world, and this song goes hard. I can't wait for the music video, and we'll check that out on Crib Reactions. Check out our music reaction page. We check out rap, hip-hop, all the stuff here from the states that we like, and then all kinds of international music as well from all over the country, no matter if it's pop, rock, K-pop, J-pop, X-pop, Jack Harlow. We still haven't done the Jay-Z since he got accusations. We can't do Jay-Z no more. But whatever music you won't ask for it, we'll give it to you over on Crib Reactions. We have a Patreon for that channel. Make sure you get in tune there so you can support us. You can super thanks on this channel. So if you really want to give us love, super thanks, like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on Twitter, X, Papa Oblock, Felix Supreme with 305. Like, comment, subscribe one more time. And scan the QR codes for TikTok, Crib Reactions, Tales from the Crib, our two biggest channels. Scan them there. Our TikTok, yes, TikTok is still alive for now in the United States. So that means co-hosts, you got to still keep running the TikTok. So scan the QR code so you can stay tapped in with Felix Supreme 305. But if you're rocking with us, we're rocking with you. Let me get us some theme music as we get out of here. Bada bing,
bada boom. And thank y'all for watching. You already know, man. It's Tales from the Crib, episode 190.
190. And what are we doing at 200?
Throwing the party, man. Hot wings for everybody.
We're giving away a Home Depot shed.
Ooh, I like that. Big money tax season coming up. But once again, if you want to check this out, episode too long, we definitely going to chop this up for you. Put it on the Clip channel. Also, make sure you check out our sports football channel, football show that comes out every week. It's coming down to the last episode. Next week we off.
Yeah, we chop that every Wednesday. The TFTC Sports NFL football picks and predictions with our boy Real Good _ Doty. We just did the AFC NFC Conference Championship picks and predictions, and we did go over the divisional round. So, and we're gonna have our Super Bowl show coming up, so make sure you stay tuned in for that if you're into NFL football. On this channel, we're covering basketball usually on the podcast show, but who knows, if we ever get enough news, we might do random basketball shows as well, either with me and Jesse J, and if maybe Real Good _ Doty's available, he might hop in once over here. We're over on the Reaction channel. Check the Reaction channel, Clip channel, Patreon, everything we do. Thanks for rocking with us. We're rocking with you. Chico Grande, Chico 2 times. Felix Supreme
305. See you later.